Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. I'm Pete the Games Master.
I'm Simon, I'm playing Dreep the Mun.
I'm Dan, I'm playing the Charlie Warrior Monk Janwei Kim.
Hi, I'm Roger, I'm playing Caven the Human Smuggler.
And I'm Mark, I'm playing Sparks, the security droid.
Dusty Bin.
I am the Dusty Bin.
And this is episode 5 of Fractured Empire.
Woohoo!
Please check out all our social media links below, our merchandise on Redbubble, and don't forget to come and join us on our Discord server where we have a growing community of role players. Please consider supporting the channel on Patreon. A massive thank you to all those who do support us, as 10% of everything we receive through our Patreon goes to Diabetes UK. Also support us by supporting our friends. We have the Thornless Rose, who produce leather and lasery products for tabletop and live-action role-playing. There's the Old World podcast. If you want to know a bit more about the background, the design, and the story behind Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, then go and check them out. And finally, we have Bjørn Felle, who produces terrifying retro electro music.
The camera opens up to the orbit of Sullust, where we see a large number of ships making haste away from the planet. We see several larger cruisers, including a couple of Mon Calamari cruisers, in orbit of the planet, sheltering ships as they make their way up from the surface. The camera pans out, and we see now thin lines. A few ships are making their way away from the planet, thrusting as fast as they can. Slowly, some of them go to hyperspace and escape the system. One or two small ships seem to be returning to Sullust, as if they were coming back from previous missions or tasks, or just traders making their way. And jumping into the system, we see the Wayfarer, our YT-1300 ship with our motley crew, appear in the system. And in front of you all, as you're all hanging out like best buds in the cockpit, you can see, now you're training in the back room, you're tending your garden, you two are in the cockpit. So, Kavan and Sparks, you see out of the window this going on. There it seems to be a large amount of ship activity in system, ships moving away from the planet, large cruisers actively in orbit. Normally they're sort of patrolling the system. Now they are in orbit of Sullust, clearly in a defensive, what's the word?
Perimeter.
Formation was the word I was thinking of, but perimeter is also applicable. And there are lots, as you sort of, your sensors sort of bloom out into the system, you can see there are smaller craft, fighter craft, moving around between the other moons and planets in the system, and some like a thin veil of ships around the planet. And then radio chatter starts to fill your cockpit, and you can hear various people talking in sort of rush tones, not quite panic, but alert and driven. We've got to get out of here. We've been told they're coming in shortly. Quick, move to this location. Half of us are going to San Raf 6. The other half are going to Arbra. We've got safe haven. We've got safe points. Let's get out of here before they arrive. And as you're sort of checking the sensors, you can see a lot of the ships that are moving away from the surface are the ones that look slightly more run down, the ones that have sort of orange, eagerly shaped round symbols sort of painted on the sides of them. Old rebel fighters and freighters sort of dusted off, pulled out of whatever hiding they've been in on Sullust while they've been making a living under the guise of the New Republic. However, these people clearly don't want to be here anymore. And you can see a few other ships, sort of passenger ships, a couple of large freighters, haulers moving towards you as you're coming in from the jump point. And you're aware that there's clearly something going on. And, if you remember, when you were in the Tibrin system and you received your package, there was another ship that wanted to take it from you, and they said that the blockade was coming. The blockade of Sullust by the Eriadu Authority, the Empire remnant in this region of space. And you start sort of cruising in at your entry velocity, as you often do in these things. And the two of you can hear the radio chatter coming down the corridor. There's so much of it, and it's so sort of frantic that it kind of bursts out down that corridor. You can kind of hear it where you are. What do you want to do?
Can we Lofax?
You can. Okay, you get a... let me get my little list out. Where's his buddy's name? Excuse me. There we go. That's his flunky. Circe answers the... This is the Sulluston that you met previously in the bar before it was attacked by Black Sun individuals. And he comes over the radios. Wayfarer, yeah, there's a lot going on down here right now. What did you complete your mission?
We did. We have the delivery.
Oh yeah, we're going to need you to move to another location. We've had there's information that's just come in from intelligence that the Empire are coming. They're coming to blockade the planet now, and we are getting out of here.
All right, give us the coordinates. When were you there?
The Skyraptor are going to San Rafsix. I suggest you guys head to Arbra. It's we've got a safe house in Gortys city on the northern continent. I'll send you the coordinates and you get the data.
All right, we'll see you there.
As the data comes in, on your sensors, I don't know if you guys are coming in.
I've come into the cockpit.
You come into the cockpit.
I want to plug my little
Computer in.
and I want to download all of the chatter and all of the data.
Okay, yeah, cool. So you're just logging it all.
So basically, I want to be able to try and trace and reference every rebel ship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that I will know
who's potentially going where and to which of those two systems.
Yeah, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Because then, if there are other ships that go there that obviously weren't in the chatter, then there's a likelihood that they're not necessarily genuine.
It's a very good idea. Let's have a roll. So it's going to be 0 difficulty because.
Well, I'm going to download
this isn't
it all.
hard. Yes.
And then I can go through it all.
Yeah.
As we're.
Just we'll see how easy it is for you to do that piece later on because you haven't got much time. You're like, how are we going to store it? How are we going to file it?
Okay. Computers, yeah.
Yep.
Computers, which is intelligence. So I have to try and remember this. And I have 1 rank in computers. I think that's the way it works.
Yep, that's correct.
So 3 green dice and a yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got several successes.
3 success and 2 advantage.
Okay, so you hastily create a database that you start to put the information into, and it's more that you've kind of put up the right fields for your columns, and you've got it all set up nicely, so it's easier for you to do later on. You have advantage. Do you want to share any of this information with the cockpit, so they may potentially have some sort of boost die to their nest activity?
No, I'm not telling them that I'm doing this at all.
Okay, cool.
Secret.
Cool. Okay. So Janway comes into the cockpit, and as you get this information, more signals appear on your scanners, and suddenly, dropping in to the system out of hyperspace, you see near the planet Star Destroyers appearing, and 5 Star Destroyers appear and start to move towards the planet, and a broadband communication is sent out across the across space. This is Admiral Mardek. I suggest all Rebel and New Republic vessels remain within the system. You will be boarded and searched for contraband. There has been a break in our Eriadu Authority treaty with the New Republic, and we are here to enforce a legal blockade of this system for the foreseeable future.
Click. Boring conversation anyway. Get us out of here.
As soon as I've set my thing up, I will walk in to the
Okay.
cockpit. So still there.
Set us coordinates into dead space. We don't want them following us. We'll jump to the rendezvous from there.
Okay. Cool. That's general kind of protocol to jump into. If you don't want to be followed, jump somewhere else and then,
Well, they're not going to be expecting that then. And
Nope. It'll be much harder for them to trace us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna do a jump?
Yes.
Who's doing that?
What's that? Our pilot, probably. Is it under pilot?
piloting, yeah.
Astrogate, isn't there an astrogation?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, if you want to plot the course, I'll do the thing.
Do the flying.
All right. Plotting it, would that not be...
So it's intelligence. What's your intelligence?
4.
Astrogation.
Ranks.
What have you got in astrogation?
Astrogation, I've got 1 rank.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 in the yellow.
Any difficulty?
A one difficulty. You just want to make sure you don't pop into a sun or a star or something. Excuse me. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a cold.
6. Oh, what does that cancel?
That'll cancel one of them.
All right. So 4 success and 1 advantage.
4 success and 1 advantage. Yeah. Okay, so you quite easily find a very safe spot in hyperspace, a safe route through hyperspace to a nearby empty bit of the void. Nothing there, no stars to fall into, black holes or nebulas or anything. So you send that over to,
isn't it, for the ongoing plot of this?
Boom! You jump into a sun, you're all dead. Congratulations.
Night night, everyone.
Good game.
Well, it may have spun you backwards through time or something. You never know. No, time travel in Star Wars. Okay. Okay, astrogation modifiers, quick calculation. Yeah, we had one of those. Okay, cool. So, you jump. You don't have to really make a roll to actually then jump. It's just the astrogation that's really the tricky bit. And you jump out into empty space. And you emerge. Just the blanket of stars around you from the cockpit. A strangely peaceful moment after the kind of hurried panic and what you assume is probably now violent combat going on in orbit of Sullust. Janeway, you're very aware of the box that you've got in your quarters.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, if we remember correctly, you had a feeling about.
A feeling. A
Yes.
sense.
A sense.
Which I have not shared.
No, but just to make sure you remember that one from it's been a while since.
Yes. I did remember I had a slight tingle.
So, you want to plot a course to?
Yeah, we
Arbor?
can take our time on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a hurried jump.
Yes, it's not a quick calculation, so it doesn't add 1 on there. So it's an easy astrogation check. So 1 difficulty.
I'll just retire to my quarters until we get to where we're going.
And I asked the question, how do we know that Lofax got out?
He'll have ways. When you're in his line of work, you have an escape plan.
Yeah, but that's to say he escaped the attack.
Yeah, I don't think he would have got off the planet.
That'll be fine.
You know we could be walking into a trap.
It's a trap. 2 success and 2 advantage.
Okay. So you plot the course for Arbor. That's fine. And you check the data file that you've been sent, and there is a short video message from Lofax embedded in the transmission that you had received. And it comes up. You're going to bring it up on the up on the screen. Lofax appears, and he's sitting in his bar, and there's a Twi'lek lady next to him, and he's got a drink. Clearly, he's recording this at a time of leisure when he's not. This was recorded at some other time, a while ago. And he seems to be smoking on that kind of ornamental pipe of his and drinking at the same time. And he says, "Oh yes, so whoever receives this message, yes, we've got an old safe house in Gortys on Arbra. We need you to go and set up shop there. Get the power back on. Turf out any, grifters and drifters, and get everything going, because I am sure that I'm sending you this message because there's something's seriously gone wrong, and we've all had to get off Sullust very quickly, and probably the Eriadu Authority are here, so that sounds like fun. Hopefully I'm not dead, and hopefully I'll see you there. So cheers." And he drinks his drink and presses the button, and the recording ends.
While we're watching it, can I sense, can I see anything about him being nervous or anything like it was a forced recording, or whether he was much more his usual self?
Oh, cool. Let's make a roll. Grab one of the character sheets.
A brain roll.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be perception, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are my special powers.
With one difficulty die.
One difficulty.
Oh,
You should definitely make things more difficult.
2 successes, but no 2 disadvantage.
So your successes tell you that he's clearly very relaxed, enjoying himself. He's not under any kind of duress. This is just clearly some message he's recorded just in case. And he's clearly he'd forgotten to do it and then rushed it at the last minute, at some point when he was not quite too drunk to do it.
Excellent. Then I'm happy about this.
You have coordinates on the planet there is a large urban area on this northern continent. It's kind of sprawling, not super dense, so it's not like massive Coruscant kind of towers and things. It's sort of 2 to 3 story buildings, but sprawled over a large area. And sort of on the outskirts, there's a structure, which was an old depot for trade vehicles to come in and out of the city on the edge of the city. And this is the building that he's referring to as the safe house in Gortys, which is that city. So you've kind of got this kind of ghosty outline of the city with various sort of very blocky looking buildings, as if not a lot of attention was paid to the scanning of the rest of the city. But the area around the this depot is fairly detailed. You can see the entranceways. There are 2 roads leading up to it, one to a large service yard and one to the front for obviously people to just approach the building. And it's got sort of fences around it, chain link fences, fairly simple. And it's a broad, low structure. It looks like it's almost 2 stories high. Maybe it's just one really tall story, but very wide, with lots of sort of dock doors on the sides for vehicles and things. That's all right. Kind of the information you get nestled in this little package.
Okay, yeah, we'll head there.
Okay, so you jump to
Back into hyperspace.
Go back into hyperspace. It's going to take you a few hours to get there. Is there anything you wanted to do on the ship while you're in transit?
I think I'm just going to advise Caravan that we don't land at the depots. We land further away and scout it because I'm a bit nervous.
There's going to be lots of ships in that system. From the chatter, it seemed like a lot of the rebellion ships were going towards that location. There'll be a lot of ships there, all landing in the same place.
Not at this depot, they won't be. This is the safe house.
Well, yeah, but who says it's not somebody else's safe house as well that they've looked at and thought, well, actually, that's a really good spot. We'll keep that in the back of my head, and that's where we'll go.
Precisely
Yeah, we'll
where
land
should-
nearby somewhere.
Yeah, precisely
We
where
said there
should
might
land
be
there.
some squatters in there.
So I'll have a word with Sparks. So when we get there, because I've looked at some of the chatter about from the rebellion ships, it'd be a really good idea if we could keep an eye on them and keep an eye on the chatter, but not actually use our ship to do it. So perhaps when we land, if we can find some kind of communication relay or another ship we can hack and get them to scan the airways for us.
Okay.
Yeah? Cool. Okay. So you come out of hyperspace.
Yep.
You play a little bit of holographic chess. You know.
Always let the Wookiee win.
And
Do I need to do a roll for all of that stuff that Dreeper's just asked me to do?
well, you'll have to do it when you get there.
We'll have to do it when we
If
get
you get there, when you get
Oh, I
there,
thought we
when
would.
you find it.
Yeah.
You arrive in the Arbor system, and this is a fairly typical yellow star. There is a nice little bluey green planet, a bit more Earth-like, a bit more water on it than Sullust, which is largely sort of volcanic, and all the cities are kind of subterranean. This one looks like nice continents, big oceans, you know, cloud systems moving around, nothing too violent, you know,
Temperate.
temperate. And you can see that there is in the northern hemisphere there is one larger continent, and you guys approach. Now, how do you want to do this? Do you want to come down near Gortys, or near the depot, or further away and hike across land, or park in another like public starport?
Yeah, another nearish by public starport to the depot.
Okay. So, you know that Arbra is a neutral system in this area, although the word is that it's been leaning towards joining the New Republic for the last 6 months, as the New Republic's been sending out feelers, and the local government aren't very happy about the heavy-handed imperial sort of checks and border patrols that happen in the system sometimes. You guys have all heard about this system. It's nearby, it's fairly innocuous, not much going on. Nice little planet, people living their lives, doing a bit of trade with people, and they might want to join the New Republic. So you head down to the planet, and the camera, we have a wipe across the camera, and you're flying now below the clouds, and you can see there's sort of trees around. And you get hailed. This is Gortys Public Aviation Authority. Please come in, vessel. You didn't see a lot of vessels on your way down in orbit. You didn't see like a whole fleet of rebel ships.
Which is what we would have been expecting.
Well, you
from what was happening on
maybe
Sullust.
they were crap ships and slow hyperdrives. You're not sure. Bear in mind, you made an exceedingly good roll on your first and a
that's
good
true,
roll on your
yeah.
second hyperdrive roll. Astrogation rolls.
This is the Wayfarer. We're just coming in to land.
Oh, hi. Yeah, it's been a while since we've, a couple of weeks since we've had out-of-system traders. People, you can hear them sort of shuffling around. People normally get dissuaded by, well, it's a bit boring here. Cool, Wayfarer. Okay. If you send your ident through, your manifest and everything, and, the usual, head over to Docking Bay 12 on the main starport. And you get a little ping on your radar to show you where it is.
Acknowledged.
It's quite a central structure, a large, round main building. It's got round pods off the sides, so kind of open air ones that you can kind of land in, and then little kind of, they don't close over, but like little awnings come up to protect like passengers from the rain and things like that. They're not too worried about your ship getting wet from the rain because you fly around in space and bash into rocks and things. Who cares about a little bit of rain?
Will we be able to scan the place, the coordinates that we're going to go to en route?
As you fly in,
that's what I was gonna say.
you can have a go at scanning the area.
So did you say you wanted me to try and piggyback off of something else?
We'll do that when we land.
Yeah, do the scanning now. We don't want to do it from the ship.
It would be clear that your ship is doing it. If you tried
It
to
was
hack
more.
someone
It was
from
more
afar.
that you would have had an hour or two's worth of time to prepare. Like if you needed to bolt something onto somebody's
Yeah, oh yeah, he's
Oh, I
a
see.
technician.
If you
He can
needed,
do-
yeah,
he
if
can
you
do
need,
that
if
kind
you
of stuff,
needed a
yeah.
physical thing to make, to actually be able to go right, I'm gonna basically walk up to this great big tower, punk. You've actually had a couple of hours in hyperdrive to build that thing
Yeah.
that you're going to use.
And your character is kind of the technician. Has I assume that you've got like little bits and bobs that allow you to do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So you're kind of probably been prepping yourself. But as you're flying over the city, and it looks fairly average and dull. There's kind of yellowy or grey buildings with sloped roofs because there's rain here. There's quite a few clouds. And there's forests outside. There are kind of highways leading out of the city where you can see little grav vehicles sort of going along them. The highway more to keep the forest out than for a surface
Acting as
to
a
drive
road,
on.
yeah.
And you can see now there's traffic moving around, there's people, there's life here. It seems like a fairly popular city. They haven't gone with crazy skyscrapers and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of sprawled out quite large. And as you're flying over it, you can see the industrial district on the edge that you're scanning. Lots of low, flat buildings, big warehouses, little way stations, checkpoints, toll points, those kinds of things where vehicles are checked for, industrial waste and all the boring stuff that goes on in real life in the background, in the Solo movie, all that kind of stuff. So make your scanning roll.
Am I scanning for anything in particular?
No, I think you're just generally scanning.
Scanning, see
The
what's
general scan
on.
will do like a mass,
Yeah.
an electromagnetic, and a life
Yeah,
scan.
we're trying to see if
Those
there's
three
people in
things.
there
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of-
yeah.
and if the power's on.
Assuming one difficulty.
It is one difficulty.
So that cancels that. So 3 success and 1 advantage.
Okay. So as you fly in, Kavan has kind of picked the right approach, so that you come in from that side, as it were, and you scan the area below, and you can see that there's a lot of heavy metals, high industry in that area, going on in these buildings. So a lot of them have sort of shielded interiors, so you can't tell what's going on in them, or the vehicles moving around you can tell have got heavy metals and that those kinds of materials on board. So clearly these people are the companies that operate out of here are engaged in maybe the construction industry, heavy machinery, that kind of stuff. The building that you're particularly looking at, you can see that from the scan. It brings up a bit more detail on the screen for you. It looks like a lot like the image that you got in the packet. There's a chain link fence. There's this low building. There's dock doors where vehicles would pull up and load up things. There's an entranceway for staff or pedestrians, that kind of thing. You can see that in the yard and in the kind of staff car park, as it were, there is a vehicle in each parked up, and you can tell that there are life signs inside the building.
Okay. Is that what we were expecting?
No.
No.
Just
supposed to
quickly,
be empty.
how much cash did I get
The power
from the
is
last
on
job?
Okay.
in the
That's all
place
kind of
where
still in
it
a
was.
swag bag, I think. We got paid 7,000 credits
So
in total
Which one?
So I would have probably got about $1,000 then, right?
for the goo.
The back.
Oh,
Factor.
yeah, for the Bacta one. Yeah.
Yeah,
you didn't
I
get
think
paid
it's
for the
literally
last one.
still in like a briefcase. I don't think we've even looked at it.
So I'm going to go on the local
eBay.
Internet.
local internet
Yeah.
and start
Data links,
I'm going to
sorry.
start.
Free public Wi-Fi.
HoloNet. That's the one,
I'm going to start purchasing things and
Okay.
having them delivered to that location.
Which location?
The
warehouse.
The warehouse we're going to go to.
Okay, what
Order
things
a
have you-
pizza.
So, so basically, like
Truckload of Viagra.
truckload of loads of alcohol.
Okay.
Because I know Lofax basically has a bar, right? So
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
So and supplies, medical supplies, food supplies
With your 1,000 credits.
with my 1,000 credits. Yeah.
Okay, so you
like maybe like
okay.
a portable
generator or
something like that.
Okay,
For the purpose of impartiality, we should highlight that other male enhancement products are available.
that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
That's right.
Not that I know what any of them are, obviously, but I'm sure there are.
Yes.
As you're a robot.
So,
So basically I'm ordering things to...
okay, so with 1,000 credits, I mean, it doesn't go hugely far, but you order like a same-day delivery
Yeah.
for some stuff, and get it. Sorry,
So basically, it's like
logistics in the real
some
world,
like
so.
some basic medical, some basic foodstuffs, and some a generator of some kind.
Cool, that's fine.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So and alcohol.
You're getting that kind of.
And while he's doing that, I can see he's tapping away. I'm going to lean over to Kovan very quietly, so none of him, well, he won't be anyway because he's a robot, but and I'm just going to say to Kovan, give him a fake ident, considering that someone's following our friend, and kind of like gesture over to Dreep.
I'm sure we've probably got one somewhere.
I'm sure we have, considering you're a smuggler.
I've forgotten that.
Okay, so you're going to give them a fake ident.
For him.
For him. Okay.
No, I meant just for the ship.
Oh, we've already
that's-
said. We've already
my,
said.
my
we have
ident is
Also,
fake.
having a fake ident for your ship is like a big thing, and you have to get it as a. You have to
Oh,
pay
really?
for it
Oh, okay.
because it's like the signature of your vessel. It's not just a data. It's
Yeah.
like our engine works like this. Our hull looks like this.
Yeah.
Our life signs are this. It's like all of that wrapped together.
Like your fingerprint.
You send a
Then, yeah,
packet.
definitely one for
basically.
our friend.
So Dreep is a fake ID.
Yeah, but you're having a fake ID of your fake ID.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
Cool. Who's going to make him a fake ID?
not me.
I can probably do that.
To
Can
be
I?
honest,
You could make a computer's roll to try and make it, or a hacking roll.
I
To,
could probably do it myself. I could have made like.
yeah, but you're
several.
not aware of this conversation.
I'm not aware of the fact that. Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, and you're not also aware that we outrun someone.
Yeah. I watched the episode.
Pete, can I have a look in the book, please?
You may.
How do we do hacking?
It's computers, I think.
Yeah, it's computers.
yeah.
Yep.
I know how to rim.
Yeah.
And then I will look up the road. And then I'll look up.
We know, Mark. We know.
Then I'll look up who's there, who's actually in that building.
Where are you going to look? How are you
I'm
looking?
on the
at-
local internet.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any entries on it. There is a distribution company is
Right, okay.
listed on that building.
Okay.
But it's been there for like 30 years.
Okay. Fine. Probably. Yeah. Can I?
Maybe a fake ident.
So can I see whether or not it has any fire safety? As in, I want to basically.
It's not linked to the local
Okay.
holonet.
It's not.
So you can't access it through the local holonet. It looks like a while ago the links were decommissioned
Right.
when the business went into administration.
Okay.
But it seems to have been sort of saved by some sort of rescue package from an off-world company.
Yeah.
But it's been left there,
An offshore company.
just been left there, just idling the facility.
Yeah.
You kind of,
Okay.
and after a couple of months of that, local people stopped worrying about it and just like, oh, that's the empty warehouse down the road. Some idiot's got it. It's paying money. Oh, it's paying £10 per square foot, and he hasn't even. Anyway. So. Real world sneaking.
10 Republic credits.
10 Imperial. Oh no, yeah, Republic credits.
Okay.
Okay.
I passed my computer's roll with 2 success and 4.
Okay, so you make a Preed. You make the name Preed for Dreep, and change a few stats on his ID. Are you gonna pass that to him? Okay. You can
I
send
don't
a
know
fake
why I'm
ID.
doing this.
Well, then
but
I
I've
shall.
done
you get
I
sent
shall.
a fake ID by
I shall. I shall look. Well, I've been given a fake ID before, and I
Yes.
know why it happens.
Yes.
So I shall look at everyone, and then I shall carry on because I'm super intelligent. So perhaps when you scan, see if there's a location near to where we will be that's got some kind of communication facility that we can hack.
You can nearby that warehouse. There is a local weighing toll point where vehicles coming through the area would be checked against the kind of civil authorities' regulations on vehicle loads and weights and all that kind of stuff. And that building would definitely have a fairly high speed uplink to the central network, because it has to report back on lots of vehicles moving in and out. So that point nearby would be like a small square structure over an access road, so vehicles would come through it almost like a little shed with an office on the side, a bit of machinery in there to scan and check and weigh. It's not really about contraband. It's about, are you within legal limits for your vehicles?
So would I need to be physically there?
You would probably need to be there.
I'll beam down. Oh no, I can't. Wrong franchise.
Yeah.
Oh well, we're gonna have to land then, aren't we? Before we do anything else, I suppose.
Okay, cool. So you go down to the Gorty's Starport, and the little ship lands in the little dust coming off the floor, the little concrete floor, and a couple of Ugnaughts come out and sort of shuffle over and do the old unplugging the leads in and powering you up and all that kind of stuff. You have a docking charge sent to you, an invoice for 400 credits, which covers kind of refueling and stuff like that for the moment.
Oh, that's cool.
I think we need to just forward that invoice on to Lofax. It's kind of his fault.
The invoice is with you. You've got
How much was the invoice?
2 weeks to pay it. So
All right, well, we'll leave it for the moment.
okay.
I'll just stick it on my ident, because then that's fake. And that way everything...
But it's on your ship. It's on your ship.
All right. I won't
So
bother then.
they know your ship.
They've registered us.
They've registered your ship.
Yeah.
So, so there's a couple of people tending to the usual kind of lock-in, clamp-down type stuff. And you can see what looks like some kind of administrator who's wearing a fairly sort of dull, drab, grey thing with one of those little caps on they like to have in Star Wars. And he's kind of walks across the concrete towards your vessel.
I'm no longer in the cockpit. I've gone back to my area to retrieve something.
Cool. This person is a human, and it's approaching your ship
Caven?
to where your docking ramp would come. Your foot ramp would come down.
All right.
You're all right. What are you looking for?
I was just looking at gear.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll walk down the ramp to meet her.
Okay, it's a guy, and he says,
Or him.
"Hi, my name's Eric. I'm one of the administrators here at the Starport. Pleased to meet you. It's been a while since we've had, a serious trader vessel from outside of the system coming in. It's been a bit quiet recently. Here in Gorty's, I mean, other more popular destinations have had them, but yes. So welcome. We've sent you an invoice for the docking fee, and that will cover you for 3 days, just so you know. Every day beyond that is another 200 credits. So please be aware of that, and I've noted now that I've informed you of the docking fees. Is there any large, heavy, radioactive or otherwise dangerous materials on board your vessel?
I'm large and heavy. Am I radioactive?
Well, I hope not. I'm standing right next to you.
No.
Okay. Do you have any floral, biological, botanical, or zoological samples on board? Okay. Do you carry? I have to ask this one. I mean, no one would ever get it. Are you carrying shipments of weapons, narcotics, or any other illegal contraband?
No.
Okay. Well, welcome to Gorty's.
He doesn't notice all of the weapons hanging off of me, does he?
Well, no, we're allowed to carry
Like
weapons.
shipments of
Actual,
So on that second one, you're lying, aren't you?
I am lying.
Yeah. Shall we have a little roll off?
I am.
A little roll off.
And I'm going to use one of my dark side. Look, I've got all 4.
I know, we rolled so
Yeah,
bad.
you rolled so bad before the session. So I'm going to use one of those. Pop. There you go. To upgrade your difficulty.
I don't know what my difficulty is.
No, so there's no difficulty, but when you
it's
don't have a
opposed.
difficulty, you add a difficulty die. Yep, so you add 1. Yep.
The secret.
Oh.
This is where Caven pulls out a triumph.
Yeah.
No, 3 successes, 2 advantage.
You beat me.
It's
I
very
mean,
good.
normally what we'd actually do is say, my perception is your difficulty,
Yeah.
and you would have 2 difficulty dice. I haven't rolled anything for a while. I wanted to have a roll.
Road stuff.
Yeah. It's not how. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so he kind of nods and whatever and starts doing it, and you can see a couple of other people move in. A couple of women move in. There's an Ithorian moving around, and a Gand, much like Blowfax, one of the insectoidy people.
Anything else you need to know?
No. There's a refreshment centre in here if you need in need of any refreshments. The public facilities are to the left of those. The fire exits are over there and over there. And if you need anything, in the on the invoice that we sent you for the docking credits is the communication frequency for myself, Eric. So if you need anything, just use that, and I can help you out with any queries you have on refueling, hyperspace. I mean, is there any repairs you need on your vessel?
No. Will you keep it in
No blaster marks on your vessel then.
Nah.
He sort of looks around at the ship a little bit and he goes,
It
very well.
hasn't been hit, has it?
I know, but most YT 1300s have been around for a while.
Yeah,
so they're not. You keep it well. Don't get me wrong, but an old ship kept well still looks old.
I just look at Caven and go, lock it. And walk towards the
Caven will just kind of open his arms like, really?
I've already walked off of this, but I'm heading towards the
These little Ugnaughts are like moving around and like moving. They're the little dudes in Empire.
Are you going to get them to do you refuel the ships?
Yeah, they use
Yes, you do.
they use fuel.
So I'm assuming you would want the ship to be refueled.
Yeah, but that's included in the original cost, wasn't it? As part of their invoice.
The basic power system is, but not the hyperspace.
Right.
The hyperspace system. So you need to have that refueled.
Okay, we'll have that done.
Oh, okay. Excellent. That's. I see we've got a bit of an offer on at the moment. That's only 500 credits. That's great. Normally it's 1,000 credits. So.
Grand, yeah. Fill her up.
Okay, I'll send you the invoice for that as well, shall I?
Just add it to the other one.
Of course. Well, no, sorry, I need to raise another PO for this invoce.
Whatever you need to
sign it to your ship ident, and then I can transfer that across.
We don't care.
I know, it's like, my life is just this endless stream of bureaucracy and admin paper. My wife, she doesn't really get it.
And all of a sudden, in the background,
and he's still
John Wayne
talking.
turns around and goes, "Come on, guys,
Let's move on.
And you guys walk off and he's still talking. And he's like, okay, right, okay. So you guys head out into the starport, and there's various people moving around. I mean, even when a starport isn't being visited by lots of ships, they need staff to man it, repair it, keep things going, keep the lights on, and all that kind of stuff. So there are also inter-system ships and interplanetary ships coming in here. So there's the odd transport vessel, passenger vessel flying in, and you see people moving around. It's a large proportion of humans, but then there are also lots of other species, more than, say, Imperial worlds would have. So you can see some Sullustans, as I said, Ithorians, you can see some Gand, Ugnaughts. They seem to be kind of the mainstay of the other species sort of going on here. The Ithorians are the big hammerhead dudes.
I have the really weird voice.
With the stereo voice because their mouths come out the sides.
When we're somewhere a bit quieter, I will hand Janway 1,000 credits, and the same with Dreep.
And Janway looks in and goes, because I know you got paid 7,000 because I was there.
Yeah, we've got to keep the ship running. We've got to keep the ship running.
I shall say I'd really like to learn how to use my blaster a bit more, and I shall pull out 500 credits of my 1,000.
slightly less alcohol and stuff going.
No, because I actually have 1,000 credits.
Oh, you have 1,000 credits
Before
yourself?
I even started, I had 1,000 credits.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, so it's just giving you some cash
I'm going to
for some lessons
Yeah.
at some point.
At some point.
credits as
Yeah.
well.
I'll just get out.
In the taxi on the way. Yeah. This is how you do it. Shoot that guy and that guy.
Can I have a rubber?
For a moment, the camera cuts away, and this bit will be out of character knowledge for you guys, but more for our viewers. The camera wipes back to space, and we see some ships popping out of hyperspace into the Arbor system. And some of them are ramshackle transports, some of them are small fighter ships, some of them are larger passenger vessels. And they seem to maneuver towards the main planet, Arbra, but hold back. Except for one. A small ship, a fighter vessel, which looks cleaner and smarter than the others, heads down to the planet's surface. Okay, so you guys are moving through the Starport.
We don't know about that.
You don't know about that. That's just like, cut to space and something's going on. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put 1,000 credits in my pocket as well.
It better be.
Oh, can I use your pencil so I can write it down? Thank you.
Have you all got money now?
Sorry?
You all got some cash now?
Yeah, I
don't know what I need
paid
to
everyone
get,
1,000
but-
credits.
Okay. You might want to buy some cybernetic mods for your body.
Yeah, like goggles and shit.
Okay, so you move through the starport and you get out the other side to the kind of large, departure, arrival area. And there's a kind of freight side and then there's a passenger side. And there are lots of grab vehicles dotted around with, the kind of taxi, cars dotted around. And public buses, and then you can see beyond there's like a main street that heads out into the city, and various buildings dotted out there.
We have got a didn't we have a like a little lander?
We had little skiv ones, and
We had
You had a little grab
we had a
sled.
grab sled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, didn't you have a
We-
crappy land
Yeah,
speeder?
yeah.
that
We
you
had
got
it-
in the first
yeah,
one,
and
that you
yeah.
tucked away somewhere.
And we put back
Did you
in
get
the
it back
ship.
on the ship?
Yeah,
Okay, so they bring your land speeder out for you.
yeah,
And because this was Sparks and Dreep, wasn't it?
yeah. We basically had a little land speeder, and then we basically got to keep it.
You did.
Yeah,
So this land speeder that they've had in your cargo bay is a crappy old land speeder, which looks like it might fall apart at any point, but it's a land speeder
Yeah.
of your own.
yeah.
So if you wanted to, you could take that towards the warehouse, or you could get a taxi if you wanted to. It's up to you.
I'm looking at it and I start flicking it bits and pieces.
Is that going to stay together?
Part of the housing of the front light kind of goes.
If it breaks, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
And he's already looks like he's
Yeah,
already
yeah,
done a few repairs to it.
Yeah.
There seems to be some sort of
Because remember, there was
red
a
vine,
yeah.
like creeping around parts of it.
We should definitely take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I'll get in the driver's seat.
Okay. So you all jump into the.
Yeah.
It like wobbles worryingly low to the ground, and you
breathe
all
in.
you all clamber on, and K-Van starts to drive you through the city. And as you're going, you can see lots of people moving around, and you can see ships moving around in orbit, and you can see ships coming down towards the starport. Janway, make a perception roll. Difficulty 2. Oh, you need another purple die.
Oh, difficulty 2.
Oh,
Look at
No,
that.
you don't.
Oh wow, this is a very good. So that becomes 1. So I have got 3 successes and 3 advantage.
okay. So, you feel a disturbance in the force. As you look up and you see a fighter vessel, a small fighter vessel, flying down from orbit towards Gortys. And you're like, oh, and you haven't felt... This is the dark side. And you haven't felt that very often at all, and in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in the episode where I finally used a bit of... It was the first time in a long time that I, in general, and all of these things are coming back to me that I haven't felt.
But the thing that you have on the ship, what are you doing with that? Are you taking that
That's
with
on
you?
me currently.
That's on you.
But these guys don't know it's on me.
So that thing has almost opened a door within you, like reawakened the force.
So cool. I'm so excited about that.
And you're like, and you're starting to perceive things slightly differently and in a different way, and like anticipate things before they happen. Once again, like you used to a long time ago, before you forgot it all. And as you're just like driving along, and everyone's looking around at this new city and people moving around, it's quite interesting. You know, there's a whole breadth of life going on. You look up and you see this small ship, and you shudder down your spine.
And do I feel very much like that at the scene where they're flying past? Do I feel it almost? Does it feel like it's feeling back at me, or
No.
no? Okay. So I'm just going to shudder and just be like, just going to keep my head down for the time being because I'm not sure what it is.
Because although the thing you've got on you feels special, it feels like the box it's in keeps that feeling muted and close.
Open it.
You still haven't opened it.
No, I haven't opened it. No. It's been kept very much closed.
That's cool.
And because, again, not feeling these things for a long time, I'm almost a little bit apprehensive about reopening that part of my life.
Absolutely. So that's kind of what you feel as you head along.
Can we see the ships in the...
Yeah, you can see, but I mean, this is like a modern world, so there are ships moving around.
But I mean, can we see that ships have now appeared in orbit?
No, because they're in space.
Right, okay.
Yeah. This one has come down into the planet.
So I specifically feel this one. Do I specifically see this one now?
You see that ship?
And what does it look like to me?
It looks sort of triangular in nature.
Okay.
It has a definite wedge shape on the front, bit of an engine housing on the back, maybe a kind of bubble thing on the top.
Oh, they get a dome.
Don't start me off there.
Typical. It's sort of typical imperial sort of design, or
Make a... Ooh, right. What's going to be a relevant skill for this? Because...
Would it be knowledge core worlds? Would it be one of the knowledge skills?
yeah, it would be knowledge.
outer rim.
No, it would be
It'd have
knowledge...
to be Imperium, wouldn't
It
it?
would be knowledge core worlds, because that's Empire, basically.
I don't have any skills in any of my.
So this is going to be difficulty 4.
I'm not going to do. Someone give me another purple dice. I've only got the 2 in it.
Okay.
No. No, I don't.
Okay. It's interesting. It looks like a very small Star Destroyer, but it's like small triangular vessel.
Okay, cool.
I'll suggest we go to that and hook up something so we have a better idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Before we get to a location we're going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
that
all going to
on
go
road.
do that.
Well, we're all in one speeder at the moment.
But I think we might as well do that en route.
It's nearby the warehouse,
yeah.
so it's kind of a couple of roads over from the warehouse. That a lot of these kind of feeder roads come through this checkpoint, and that has got this really good kind of tech data infrastructure. Okay, so you're gonna head your way there. I mean, it's not hard. You show K-Van where it is on a pad or something on the screen on the speeder, that's the word I was looking for, and you make your way through the city. And after, half an hour, you can see now down the road, you're in a more industrial area, more warehouses, more buildings like that, less shop fronts, less houses, less residential. And you can see down the end of the road that there is this, it goes through this kind of, opening between buildings. And onto the left-hand side from you, there is kind of an office structure built onto it. And vehicles are going under it and stopping and then moving off, or people are getting out of them and talking to people on the side. It's not busy, so you kind of see a few vehicles move and then it's quiet for a while, You can't see any more vehicles on the road. It's kind of late afternoon, doesn't seem to be too busy. But it seems that there is a staff to this facility, and people are working there to help check vehicles.
Okay.
But you're a way off at the moment, so it's up to you what you want to do. There's kind of warehouses around, this structure over the road, and you would have to drive through it to get to the other side. I mean, you're in a land speed.
Checkpoint of some kind.
It's a checkpoint for vehicles to make sure they're obeying the civil authorities on how much they can carry, what kind of products they're carrying. It's like a,
It's a weighbridge.
like a, yeah,
All
it's a
right.
weighbridge. Yeah.
We'll just cruise on up to it.
Okay, so you roll up to this thing, and a little Ugnaught comes out and it's like. He kind of points towards and you can see on the floor there's kind of big tram marks, kind of boxes painted on the thing where you'd need to park to be scanned successfully. He's kind of pointing and gesturing at the thing.
All right. I'll go on to it. Not carrying anything, so.
Okay, so now you're inside.
Apart from maybe someone's got a box, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to.
We don't know about that.
No, we don't know.
You don't know about that.
I don't know.
Also,
I
he's
don't know
not
about
carrying
that.
enough that they're going to go like you're
Yeah.
breaching the weight limit.
Yeah. So you're going to drive in?
Yeah.
So you drive in, and you can see on the interior of this thing, there are various studs, a couple of moving parts.
Yeah.
There are a couple of like arms that look like they could fold out if it turned out your vehicle's too heavy or something, or carrying suspicious goods to kind of remove things. And there's like a little stairwell that goes up, and you can see a window to the office on the inside. And there is a Toydarian, with his little wings, and he's kind of floating at the window, kind of looking down, and seems to be tapping on things and pulling on stuff.
Okay. So I'm assuming we need to get into the office.
Stop your vehicle, he says.
Do it.
Okay. You stop in the middle of this. It's a large, like a truck-sized hatched area. A little land speeder kind of pulls up into it, and you kind of stop. Right, commencing scan. And you see him like, and a few things. It's not like
I'm just going to be
but
bored.
a few things like move, and a light comes on. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like or anything like that.
So Sparks, where do we need to plant something to hook up to this place?
You'd think you'd probably need to get up into the main area, or there seems to be access panels on the ground level beneath the office to like maybe the data core and the actual hardware that's plugging into the data.
How would we get?
You'd have to like open stuff up and get in, so you'd have to distract someone, or you go up into the office and do something there.
Is there
The Ugnaughts moving around the outside of your land speeder, like whacking it. And the thing goes tung, and like rattles across the floor, and he goes like picks it up and he's like he like backs away.
I don't think we're not going to
face.
be able to get into these hatches without being seen, are we?
is this
Are you
place
saying that while you're not sitting right next to us?
is this place 24 hour?
Yeah, it seems to be. There's no like. It doesn't have like. I mean, it might have a security shutter, but it doesn't have big doors.
Right.
It's like an archway.
Okay. Is there like a fire alarm around?
Not that you can see. Not like a public building would have a
Like a
fire alarm or something. But you can go up into the office if you wanted to talk to the Toydarian. It looks like there's nothing that says private or staff only.
Oh, we'll just go in then.
People probably go up there and talk. to
Oh, I
them.
assumed that it was off limits. We'll just go in.
No. So you go up there and this Toydarian's there and he's like, "Hey, where are you from?"
Well, I'm from the core worlds.
Ah, busy.
I'm running away. People trying to kill me.
He laughs thinking.
While this is going on, I'm just going to walk over to the door into the office. I'm just going to go in.
You're going to walk. Oh, you
While you're
walk into him and
chatting, I'm just going to walk over.
sidle over to the
Yeah.
computer. He's like, "Hey." He just kind of gestures at you. What are you doing in this part of town?
I'm looking to set up a business. I need a location. I'm trying to find some distribution.
Well, this is the right place. He kind of moving around, and he kind of pulls a cigar out of his pocket and lights it, and it's like, and he offers you one. He looks at you and then offers you one.
I'll have a big cheroot.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, file with the civil distribution office. They'll set you up with something in the meantime, and then you can buy a place when you got enough money. But
Cool.
yeah, if you're gonna ship things in and out of here, then good to meet you. You'll be coming through my place a lot, I assume.
I'm Preed.
Nice to meet you, Preed.
I think that's what it was.
The name is Nuzgo Dutru.
I'm just going to reach over.
I know a lot of people in town. As you can imagine, they all come through here.
I'm just going to reach over and just grab the cigar and just give it back. No idea.
You put it to your
Yeah.
kind of voice box,
Yeah.
but nothing happens.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Droids.
back.
Okay. I will inadvertently lean on something, put my hand on something.
Oh, that looks like you might.
No, just like where you kind of put your hand down and then you unexpectedly put your hand on something really important that you shouldn't have put your hand on.
Okay.
And things like go. I shall try and surreptitiously.
Let's have a deception roll. Okay. So, and Toydarians are notoriously hard to deceive.
Didn't we?
No, it's Jedi mind tricks.
We haven't got any advantage or anything going kicking around, have we? No.
You can use one of these points here.
Oh, you can, yeah.
Maybe I'll use a white point then. I'm assuming we're on cunning then.
You can use this point here. No, deception.
Deception.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's on
deception uses
cunning.
cunning.
Yeah, he's using cunning.
Okay, so you can use a point to upgrade.
You've actually got you've already got one in it.
Yeah, but I want to succeed.
Okay, so the difficulty is
Yeah.
going to be
10 million.
He doesn't know I've got 2 yellow ones.
He does now.
He does now.
difficulty is going to be 3.
Is that after you use a... Did you use a force point?
Did you use a
we
white?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used white.
Okay. hang on.
We now no longer have any.
Okay.
So,
Oh, hello. That's not bad, is it?
So those.
and that go. Oh.
And then that
no
takes.
successes, but 2 advantage.
Oh, no success.
So do you? So what you could do
Yeah.
is you could use it. Something happens. You make a gesture towards it.
I thought I'd done really well.
It did look really good, but it all
did.
kind of cancelled out. But you're left with advantage, which you could give to Sparks.
Yes.
So that
I
if
don't know
he
what I'm doing,
tries to,
so-
if he tries to do something, he gets a boost die. So you do momentarily distract him, but not enough to really distract him.
Okay.
He's going to have to make a stealth roll or something to
Where is the Troidarian in relation to the speeder?
They're up in the office.
We've gone up.
All right, so
Yeah, they've
they're
gone up the stairs into the office. He's in the middle of the office. Dreep,
Well, I have-
Freed has gone. Oh,
I have
accidentally
basically
pressed the buttons.
just done something that's obviously a distraction.
Yeah. And he is momentarily distracted,
Advantaged.
but he is.
So I will give Sparks advantage to whatever it is Sparks.
So
goes
you get a
try.
boost die. Yep. Now, he's doing something, and it looks like he just tried to fall over. And it's kind of the Todarian looks at him and the fact that he's kind of you're trying to do that's distracting him in a way. You have an opportunity to maybe try and
Plug something in.
hack something if you want to.
Is it not going to be really obvious though? If he's right
Depends on how well you roll.
there. All right.
I thought it'd just be like
difficult
planting
thing.
something, like that under the desk, you know, kind of thing.
Make some deceiving.
Still, it's
Yeah.
tricky to do it
Yeah.
correctly. Well, it's going to be difficulty 2, but you've got a boost die from old El Moon over here. But I'm going to use a dark destiny point to upgrade one of your purples to a red.
Oh, no.
Would you like to use a light one to convert one of your green ones to a yellow?
I believe.
Nah, you should be alright.
Miracle.
Oh, there's a lot of dice in there.
Oh, maybe not.
So that.
Fail,
Oh dear.
but with 2 advantage.
Okay. So, you get a good look at the readouts.
Yeah.
So you can see all the stuff that's going on in here. And you can see these actually storing readouts from previous vehicles and previous distributors and people who have come through this space.
Okay.
But you go to plug the thing in and nestle it in behind the thing, and unfortunately, you don't quite manage it. And the small piece of machinery that you have drops to the floor, and he kind of turns around, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?
Okay.
Back away from the machine."
I'm gonna pull out 500 credits.
Okay, now we're talking.
Right.
This is a way to make friends.
Yeah,
You come into a new area, you offer me a gift, I'll do you a favour.
I need to use your uplink.
Okay, why don't you just say?
Because Targaryens are also notorious for being corrupt as hell.
He needs to plug that in to your uplink.
How long for?
Hey? Couple of days.
He looks at your 500 credits. I'll do you a day.
Hey?
$750.
No, this is all wrong. You don't give in like that. I shall say this openly. No. That's not how you barter.
Listen to your friend.
You know. Basically, we've been caught trying to do it surreptitiously, and if we'd have got away with it, we wouldn't have to give him anything. But 500's a fair amount of money. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him eyes.
I like what your friend said. $750.
Right. 2 days.
2 days, $750.
$750. All right. I'll give him 500. That's all I got.
I'll give him $250. I don't care. It's just credits.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, if you don't care, give me 500.
No.
Right.
So there, my feet on the dash of the speed.
yeah.
Just really bored.
They're just chilling out, and you can see them talking and doing stuff up in the office.
Okay.
So 2 days.
2 days.
You see him you've got a little timepiece.
Yeah.
They don't call it a watch in Star Wars. I check on my timepiece.
Yeah.
And he
That's
goes,
fine.
boop.
Okay. We're plugged in.
You're plugged in
Okay.
to the uplink from here. Nothing against Gortys security. That's
Absolutely
my
nothing
line.
against Gortys security.
If you've got beef with a local warehouse or some distributor around here, then fair play.
Okay. We're all good. Let's go. We'll leave.
Okay.
I'll get downstairs and say that was more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Janeway just shakes his head. He's just like, oh, God.
The Toydarian sticks his head out the window and he goes, "Oi, Grunt, drinks are on me tonight." And the little Ugnaught goes,
Just get a raised eyebrow from Caven.
I look at the little pig thing and go, "Don't break our ship again."
He's like, backs away from you slowly.
You know when you drop a dice?
Oh dear.
And you're like,
I've got more here.
okay, I'll get it later. I've dropped a dice.
Die.
Okay, so you're going to leave.
Yeah.
Bit of an extreme reaction.
Yeah.
Die.
I shall access.
Okay, so you got an uplink to your data pad now, your data slate, from their thing into the network. So if you want to capture data and send it somewhere, you can do that easier.
Jan leans over and goes, "What are you looking at?"
So basically, we're expecting a whole load of ships in orbit, and I want to hack the local communication system and be able to hear about any ship's communication between down here and up there.
Has that other ship landed that I saw earlier?
You assume by now it would have landed.
And we're pretty much going to hack the
Well, you don't.
hack the computer system.
Okay, you're going to try and hack the Starport computer
when
system.
we get where we're going.
Get where you go.
I think we want to be fairly well.
Janeway Kim is showing a huge amount of interest into something he wouldn't normally show interest
Okay.
in. And I just say, ship landed a little while ago.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out for it for me.
Okay.
It was a triangle.
I don't say anything about shape or design, but it would show up as an
You'll
unusual.
need to hack into the Starport sensors
Yeah.
to get anything outside of the atmosphere
Yeah.
to check your numbers
fine.
against their numbers.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm assuming we're free to go.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
now
yeah, I'll
like,
just be driving
down
to the
driving
warehouse.
down the road. So, as I said, it's just a couple of roads away, and you stop at the nearest
Round the corner.
the nearest warehouse around the corner, And this other building is there's a lot of loud stuff going on, people moving containers around, large grab vehicles moving these big containers around. So it's loud enough for you to kind of hang out there, not draw any attention. There's lots of activity going on. And you can see beyond, there's a road that runs between them. Quite a wide road because big transport vehicles move along it. And there's this chain link fence all the way around this kind of warehouse compound. Compound might be the wrong word. Maybe.
Compound's
Maybe.
probably, yeah.
Sounds more militant than... Anyway, and you can see there's two entrances. And you can see both of them. One goes to the front of the building, where people will park passenger vehicles and walk into offices and the buildings on the front, where kind of the admin might go on for the warehouse. And then the other one goes into a service yard, which loops around the back of the building, which you then can't see. You can see the entrance, where your scan that you had from before and the data you had from your original message tells you there are like a series of dock doors where vehicles can park up to get loaded, and there's like a large open area.
Could you land a ship in it?
You could land a small ship in it, like a fighter. You couldn't land your ship in it. You would
Alright, so there's
smash up
no
your
space
ship.
to land our ship in this warehouse.
No. You could potentially land your ship on the warehouse,
Right.
because the warehouse is fairly large.
Yeah.
It would probably break the warehouse.
Let's land in the warehouse.
But you may not worry about that if things go really bad. From where you are, you can see a vehicle, like a plain, boring sedan-style land speeder, little speeder thing, in the car park.
Is it nicer than ours?
Yeah, but that's not a high bar.
Yes, it's not a swoop, but it's like a...
They're bikes, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're expensive and fancy, but it's like a nice... It's just a fairly standard,
Generic speeder.
generic speeder, It's kind of a beigey brown colour,
Okay.
It's not very exciting.
And can we see anybody in there?
You can't see anyone from where you are, but you can see that vehicle, and it's kind of parked fairly near the entrance, not right by the entrance, but fairly near the entrance. The rest of the car park is just empty. There's all the little lines on the tarmac, and the building is there. If anyone has any scanning gear, which probably Sparks does, you can tell that there is low power on in the building. So someone's probably got the lights on, maybe a couple of computers or something. No heavy machinery or anything like that. You'd really get a reading from that.
From your hacked up link, can you see if you can hear anything from inside there?
I think we'd actually probably have to hack it. We basically got a connection. We need to sit down and hack the thing.
Also, as pointed out earlier, there was no links into this place anymore.
Yeah, that's been severed.
Okay.
Yeah.
We because otherwise, unless we spend a few hours like preparing the phases of hacking, it's going to be really difficult, I'd imagine.
Alright. Can you scan anything in there?
You've got a hand scanner, haven't you? You've got like a basic thing.
I look over at Dreep and just see if you've got an armament on yourself anywhere.
I shall open my bag with my blaster in it.
It's a proper blaster now, isn't it?
It's a proper blaster now.
Yeah.
I had a holdout. I have a holdout.
Yeah, you do.
And I now have a proper blaster. Yeah. Still got it.
Yeah. Do you?
Not on me because of the weight issue.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't carry two things like that.
Sure.
It's like body armor.
So you can see the warehouse, this vehicle. You can't see the yard around the back. We can see the entrance to the yard. There's like a little service road that goes around it. And your scanner's picking up low power, no heavy machinery on, and you can tell that there's people in the building, but you can't. You'd need to actively scan to figure out what's going on in there.
We were expecting this place to be empty, right?
Yes.
Yes and no. It's supposed to be empty, but I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be.
No, I wasn't.
People are going to be squatting in there.
Then let's go remove the squatters.
So just let me know if you need me, yeah, and I'll come help shoot things. I shall get me data slate and start hacking.
You're going to hack.
Yeah.
What are you hacking?
So basically, I will send the guy at the Starport.
Yeah.
I will send him a message.
Okay.
And then I will
and through
piggyback
that, okay.
the message, and then I will basically just for about. So the first step, I'll just probe,
Yeah.
and then I will hack it.
Okay.
But I'm doing it I'm taking my time.
You're taking your time.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to bludgeon through.
You're not. So you basically, if you try and do things quickly, you get an extra difficulty.
Yeah.
But you're not.
But so I'm using my law in the fact that I know administration and I know all that kind of stuff to try and cover my tracks as communication goes.
Okay. Interesting. So
Because of my education, because of
no, I like it. They're very
are basically lawyers
Bankers.
and bankers and all that kind of thing. So
okay.
so I'm using that to
Do
get
you have a
in.
law skill related to that?
Well, basically, it'll just go straight onto education because.
Oh yes, education. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's make an education roll to see if you can. Kind of. I'm not going to make you roll deception. You're going I'm going to bamboozle him kind of way.
Yeah, basically.
I'm really smart, you're really not.
Kind of, yeah.
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 This is to like see if you make the message you send him. I assume you're going to be having a bit of a conversation with him while you're doing the hack. So how you maintain that conversation is depicted by this dice roll.
Okay. Well, that was a bit shocking, wasn't it?
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Okay. No fail, no pass, one advantage.
Well, that's fine because it just means
neutral.
It just means it'll be a longer period of time.
Sure. So it takes you a bit longer.
Right. Well, just tell me when to make another dice roll.
Well, we need you to make the initial hack roll. So this will be like getting into the first level of security. So 2 difficulty.
Okay. See if I get any better on that one.
Not really, you've got like 4 advantage. That's 2 successes and 4
Well,
advantage.
would I have an advantage dice then? Or is that for somebody else?
No, that's if someone else boosts you.
Oh, okay.
If you had 1 advantage, didn't you?
Yeah, for the
At
last
the end
one.
of the
Yeah.
last one.
Oh, okay.
If you
Right.
had 2, you could do that.
So
That removes those and that.
So I
you've got
just get
3 advantage. Well, 3 advantage though.
Isn't that one you can notice something important?
So that is negate the target enemy's defensive bonus, such as the defense gained from cover. Ignore penalising environmental effects. So what I'm going to say is actually you as you go in, you don't get through the hack, their security, their firewall. You actually engage with the firewall and find a weakness within it. So that actually makes it less difficult for you on future rolls.
Okay.
That'll take all 3 advantage. You kind of, I've seen this kind of protocol before. I know this one. If I do this, then I can get past it. But this, it's going to take you longer because your first one just allowed you to identify that. Okay, so the rest of you are there. Put these away over here. Stats for people. And you can see this going on. Dreep is like tapping away, hacking. You've placed the thing. What's interesting to you is he seems to be quite a capable hacker. Or they seem to be relying on you to do various technical things up until just now.
Yeah, I'm feeling somewhat redundant at this point.
Well, no. In this situation, you're much better at killing things than I am. As far as who's going to sit in the van and hack and who's going to go into the building and kill things.
Yeah, the person that's made of metal is probably.
I think, yeah.
Janway,
I'm taking one for the team.
make a perception roll. Do you have interesting perceptive things? Does that do anything?
Yes, so one of my things is I get a boost die on perception checks.
Okay.
So from my Jedi exile.
Okay, yeah.
So any perception checks I get a boost die.
Okay.
Sorry.
And this is
How much difficulty? 6.
12. No, it's 1 difficulty.
I mean, I'll take that full successive. So 3 successes.
That's a good roll.
Can you roll my dice for me?
So as the moon is tapping away and Sparks is looking at him and Kavan's kind of you have a moment where things go kind of calm and you're kind of weighing up the scenario and you feel like you're on a teetering balancing point, a moment where you're having to make a decision about the future and what may be happening. And your backpack, the item that's in your... Because remember, it's fairly big,
Yeah.
you know. You can feel its presence more keenly than the entire journey you've had so far as you sit here trying to weigh up this scenario. It doesn't seem to be steering or guiding. It just feels like it's in the moment with you.
I kind of shake it off, and I get back to the task at hand, because ultimately I'm still a mercenary. So I can feel it in the back of my mind.
Make a perception roll. Difficulty...
People's dice.
What's your cunning?
My cunning is 2.
Difficulty 2.
Three successes and an advantage.
Okay. Something seems to be distracting your hired gun. He's got like laser focus, he's on point, he is, where's the money, do the job, shoot the guy, punch the guy. This journey, since Tibrin,
Shit. Okay.
he's seemed slightly distracted.
What is wrong with you? Get your head in the game.
He takes a deep breath, and he's like, worry about your own things, Caven. Let's get this job done.
I am worrying about my own things. That's why I need your head in the game. Because you're supposed to keep mine
and at this point,
on my shoulders.
He's ignoring him now, and he's now walking towards the yard, because he's like, I don't like being questioned. Yeah.
Towards the
thing.
Okay, right, okay.
Well,
so,
I guess we're doing it that way then.
So
there's a
kick in the
big
front
road,
door.
so you have time to stop him and say, now hang on, let's think, if you wanted to. As I said, it's a wide service road, with a broad pavement either side. So it's going to take him some time to get across the road.
Hey, if he wants to storm in, I say we let him.
Is there a way we can sneak in? Well, say there's some kind of angry distraction.
You could go from where you are. You think you could go? I mean, it's a warehouse, so it's like a big building in a plot of land. That's fairly bare. The odd tree here or there. These things aren't made for beauty or.
It's about to get noisy.
Yeah, I know, but I was thinking like crates, like bins,
So you could go in the side entrance towards the service road, and there are kind of bins and a few boxes and crates. You think you might be able to get there. There aren't as many windows on that side of the building as well.
All right, let's sneak around the side while he's keeping them occupied.
Okay. Stealth rolls. Difficulty 2.
Oh, I'm probably not very stealthy.
Being a drunk.
A success and an advantage.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, same.
Oh, shall I use a dark side? Oh, no, that's the way.
And our survey says
Oh, I got
0 point.
0 of anything.
Okay, so
Nothing at all.
no failure, no success.
No
so
advantage,
kind
no
of like half and half. You make your way around to the side entrance. You kind of cross the road here, go around the building, go in quickly to get through the down the service road. The droid is a little bit loud. It's tarmac. It's got metallic feet, so there is a bit of noise, but it's not deafening because of the stuff going on around you. There's like the containers moving. Occasionally there's a break in that and you can hear, but then there's dong 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 in the background. So you're not sure whether or not someone may have detected your presence. But the two of you head round that side and you get to where there's large dumpster style bins on the side for regular refuse, and then wheelie bins for like stuff that needs to be lifted and hoisted away. And you can kind of duck between there if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Janway.
I walk through the sort of main entrance and I'm looking over at the car. Is there any guns or anything left in the car? I'm just trying to.
It's got darkened windows, so you can't actually see. And it's a covered land speeder, so it's kind of it's slightly conspicuous by that name. That's the only conspicuous thing about it. Now that you get closer.
Okay.
Play me a spy stealer.
First off, I tap on the window to see if there's any answer.
Before you get to the car, the door on the building opens and a human walks out, and he's kind of like looks fairly security style. You know, maybe little light body armor. You know, bulletproof vest style thing. Khaki pants. You know, steps out. There's a blaster, but not in hand, on the belt.
Is he in his pants?
No.
Trousers. Yeah, sorry.
Khaki pants.
We have mostly an American audience, so I was catering to our audience.
I just pictured a guy walking out in his underwear.
He's wearing beigey brown pants. No.
Yeah.
And he steps out and he's like, hey, hi there. Can I help you?
There shouldn't be anybody in here. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
A friend of the person who owns this place.
Oh, the boss has got a deal with the guy. You know, it's all okay. Don't worry about it. Everything's under control. You can turn around and, you know.
At this point, I've started to walk towards him.
Hey, I think maybe you should wait there. You know, you're very close to trespassing. You should just wait where you are.
See, I don't believe I'm the one trespassing.
How much bullshit am I smelling from this guy?
Well, you can vaguely hear this around the side of the corner. So,
All right, I thought they were like shouting to each other.
well, yeah, but these guys are in close proximity, and you're like round the side of the building, and there's big construction-y stuff going on one side. So you can kind of hear it. It sounds like bullshit, but that's because you know
It's boring.
it's bullshit. But you know, someone who's just turned up.
voodoo for the
Yeah.
Banta voodoo. Banta voodoo.
Yeah, that's the one.
Nice, but
We have to edit that out. Roger, can you just say voodoo really clearly once, so I can then put it over all the previous?
Voodoo.
There you go. Right. I'm not going. So he's like, wait, whoa, wait there,
And
wait there.
I'm not stopping. I'm still approaching.
Okay, at that point he's going to take his gun out. He's not pointing at you. He's putting his gun out and he's going,
that's the death move.
I think you should stay back. The boss has got a deal with your boss.
What?
Everything's okay.
While still walking towards us, I say, what's the boss's name then?
Stay there. Your boss or my boss?
Both.
He's delaying. He seems to be
And
delaying.
I'm still approaching. I'm now closing the point where I'm getting really
Well,
close.
before you get to, like, he's not going to let you get into,
Yeah, I know.
range. He says, Gleege has got a deal with your boss. I can't remember his name right now, but Gleege has got a deal with your boss, and if I were you, I would stay back. Have you got Streetwise?
Actually, no, I don't have Streetwise.
Or what knowledge do you have?
I have no knowledge.
Okay, fine.
I'm choppy.
Yeah. But you are a hired gun, so I'll let you make an intellect roll with a difficulty 5. Just, you know.
I have 2 more purples, please.
Nice.
Watch this. All the purples are going to be blank. I mean, no.
Yeah, that in mind. Okay. The name means nothing to you.
No.
Make a perception roll to see if you heard that. And you.
Difficulty.
How far away am I?
3. Yeah, you're
You're on the other
similar-
side of the... He's the one right on the other side of the road. I need to...
Yeah, but he's actually in vocal, like, you know.
And
Oh, yeah, because he'd be talking past... He'd be going past...
And I did
Yeah.
have streetwise.
So you have to make a perception roll to see if
Well,
you hear
definitely-
it.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're quite busy.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that's what.
So, what difficulty did I say to you guys? 3.
Shit.
Yeah, so difficulty 3.
3 success,
Perception
3
is
advantage.
Cunning.
Okay, you hear the name Gleege.
Oh, the difficulty was
3.
3. Triumph.
Whoa!
And 3 successes, but the 3 disadvantage.
Okay. The name sends shivers down your spine.
okay.
Gleege the Vast
Yeah.
is a high up member in the Black Sun,
Right.
and someone that you
Yeah.
don't want to be near.
All right. Okay.
Do you have knowledge?
We have little comms.
What,
Don't
do you have
we?
any
I've
kind
got
of?
Streetwise,
little
I've got
comms?
Underworld,
I don't think
I've got
we do.
Outer
You got
Rim.
Underworld. Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
have
I'm a
little,
smuggler.
Gleege the Vast is a member of the Black Sun.
do we have little comms? Do we have?
Yeah, we bought
I think we
comms.
do
We've
have
got
little
like
comms.
lady shave comms,
Yeah.
like in episode 1.
Yeah, we bought. I don't think they do earpieces.
No, they don't do earpieces and stuff. It's just like psh,
Yeah.
little.
Yeah,
I'll just
you know,
come.
like
He'll kill me if he finds me.
who are you coming? Him.
Which means it goes off right.
Yeah.
And as he does that, I'm just like, oh, great.
Let's roll initiative.
Yep.
Okay, combat turns. Let's go. Let's find the.
Is this vigilance? Because I know it's coming.
Oh, just for honesty's sake, you do get 3 of them, yeah?
Oh, cool. 3
Just
threat.
thought I'd just
Oh,
throw
that's
that
fine.
in there
I
for
got
you.
it.
You are the hired gun.
I am the hired gun. It
Yeah.
looks like I'm about to be a real hired gun.
Can I give some? Can I
Okay,
give
that distracts you, and you get a setback die.
the next
That's
person
the
that
back one,
activates
isn't
can
it?
have a blue die from my 3 advantage.
Yes. The next person gets.
That's but whoever acts next gets
Yeah.
that.
We've got to roll initiative first.
Does rolling initiative count as that? Oh no, because we do it as a group. don't we?
No, initiative isn't.
Initiative is separate.
So how do we do that?
To be honest, actually, for me, it doesn't matter whether you choose that I know about it or not, because both my scores are the exact same.
Well, you know about it.
Yeah.
Everybody else doesn't.
So
So for you, it's cool, and for these guys, it's vigilance.
I'm not going to roll unless you tell me someone's going to come shoot.
man.
we got
No, but you can see it going on.
What difficulty?
So
none. You just roll your.
you don't need to actively roll because remember we do. I do
It's your willpower.
PC,
Yeah.
FPC,
I'm not
PC,
doing it,
MC.
yeah.
Right, let me just get his. That's out. Is this the? No, hang on.
Did you guys roll? Oh, because we don't
Yeah,
know.
I did. I got 2.
I have to say these cards are fantastic. However, I bought quite a few of them now. Like, I'm trying to find the right one. Where is the guy? Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Right, let's get him out. There we go. Cool. So, willpower. No, cool is willpower.
Willpower.
Yep.
No, vigilance is willpower.
Vigilance is
Cool
willpower.
is
Cool is
presence.
presence.
Presence. Oh,
I
okay.
wish I was rolling on presence.
Right. I got 1 advantage. Did anyone beat me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, PCs go first, and I go second.
Well, obviously, so basically, that comes over the thing. He's clearly heard that at that point in
Yes,
time.
and you guys are at short range.
Yeah.
Kapla.
But we're not anymore.
So you're going to engage
in one full
for your
spell swoop.
manoeuvre.
Yeah, so he moves in, and as he draws, he's going to chop him. Actually,
Okay, he is. You can see that as you're doing that, he is going for.
The blast.
I'm going to blast you.
and I'm going to get 2 strain to get an aim on that as well. And then this is the next
Yeah,
action,
you-
so
so
I
you
get
get
extra.
Strain.
The strain is
gain-
great, isn't
2
it?
strain to gain an aim.
When do you get strain back? I've just noticed I've used
And then
some.
because I'm engaged, it's too
You
difficult.
get it back with advantage.
Yeah, so you can spend.
Or you can chill out
Yeah.
for a while and get your strain back.
Would I
So
got
is it-
any
is it-
back in the hyperspace?
Oh, you'd be
Yeah, we'd be
you'd
back
be back
at
up.
full,
You'd be back up. Yeah.
Look at this dice pool. That's what I like to see.
I know,
when you're
it's
chopping.
awesome.
When you're
Awesome,
chopping.
isn't it?
Okay. Well, hang on. Bang.
Yeah.
Make that a red.
Can we bang that last one to make my last one? 4 yellow.
Bang. Ah.
Or yellow.
Has he hit you again?
Whoa.
Triumph.
So actually, my advantages all disappear. However, I've got 5 successes and a triumph.
Triumph.
Is that a
counts
crit?
as
Is a
success.
Is that a crit?
well, yeah, I can crit with that as well.
I just thought I'd get the
No,
crit
that's
roll.
advantages that do crits.
Oh yeah, no, it's
It's
advantage.
advantages.
Yeah, no,
So
So
it's
basically,
advantage.
it's like you're playing Fruit Ninja with the
So
guys.
6
Yeah.
successes and a triumph.
And he's a tomato.
Yes.
Not a watermelon, he's a tomato.
So literally in one fell swoop, I just step forward and sweep.
And he goes, like that. Oh. And how much damage do you do?
All.
Remember, he's got armour.
Pierce 2, so I go straight through 2 levels of soak. So I've just done 12 damage that goes through 2 levels of soak.
Okay. So, you step forward, and he pulls his gun up. And as he does, you cut his arm off. And his arm hits the floor. And he goes, ah! And the camera looks down, and we see an arm holding a blaster
Could
on
he
the
use
floor.
his triumph to make the guy not call out at all?
You could use your triumph.
Yeah, actually, that's
It's
already
such a stunning strike.
Yeah,
That he's
so-
just like,
like that, and then actually I go and push him against the wall.
oh, shh.
Get him against the wall like that.
Okay,
Is that
cool.
the moment where you see the it all just go lights out and
Yeah,
it slides down the wall?
Okay, you clasp over his face, and he slides down the wall to lie and then he falls over, lying next to his seven.
That's so cool. Sorry, I get really excited.
Yeah.
Does his severed arm then just kind of twitch out? Shoot him in the head.
Okay, so combat's over.
Sorry,
So we rolling it. No, it was really good. It was like a really good roll. It's like that's what Janway Kim's there for.
Can
So, like,
I
early
see that
dice.
can I see the combat is over?
he
I
like
am.
takes the guy down. You can see it. You guys can't.
Okay, so I will comm him again and just tell him who the guy is, who the boss is.
Oh, right. Yeah. Gleege the Vast.
He's vast.
He's a
Black Sun.
hut.
Yeah.
I thought he would be a hut from
From the name.
From the vast.
Yeah. Oh.
At that point, I then radio to Caven and go, we might need to expect the bounty hunter.
So you heard the name Gleege the Vast as well, and you know.
Yeah, I
that
know
that's
who he
He's
is.
a hut. You know. Okay, cool. So the front of the building is there. There's a nice front door with a closed little thing on it for the office. And there's various windows and things. If there's anyone in the front rooms of these offices, they may have seen what had happened, but they didn't hear it.
Can I sneak up to one of the side windows?
I just need to make a quick roll.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Right.
I want to sneak up to one of the side windows and have a look inside.
Well, the windows are what's the word? Not tinted, but
Frosted.
Not they're kind of mirrored. You know.
Oh, yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
So you could see because these warehouses don't want
it's
people like
one-way.
looking.
It's a one-way mirror.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. So you kind of look at it and you can kind of see your reflection. It's like a darker. It's not like a shiny mirror, but it's mirrored in a way that you can't just like look in and see all the stuff that they're doing inside the building. Much like my office at work. And you are kind of there. You got to the window. It's
I
not.
listen at the door.
These
then if I
aren't the
can't look
most.
through.
This isn't like Fort Knox, by the way. So these windows are like. This looks like it would probably lead into some kind of office room or storeroom. You could jam it open. The droid could probably.
Yeah, but there's a side door, isn't there?
There is a side door. It looks like an emergency exit kind of door. There is a back entrance in the yard. You're on the side of the building.
All right. You take this door. I'm going to go around the back. I'm going to circle around. I'm going to sneak around the back.
Okay. You get to the corner of the building, and as you look around, you can see there's another vehicle parked in the back. And one of the dock doors along the back of the building is actually open.
Mm-hmm.
But there doesn't seem to be anyone moving around. Make a perception roll. Difficulty 2.
5 successes, but 2 disadvantage.
2 threats.
2 threats, sorry.
Okay.
But 5 successes.
You suffer a setback die on your next roll.
Okay.
You are kind of you're starting to get anxious and nervous about the situation, and you're feeling slightly tense, and you're like, ugh.
But I do see everything.
But you do see, as you look out, you can see that the vehicle that's parked there, again, it's another covered land speeder with tinted windows. It seems that someone, you think, is blowing death stick smoke
Out of the window.
out the window on the far side of it, not the window that you can see, but on the far side. So you see a little puff, a little plume of smoke, like very very small, but that makes you think there's probably someone in that vehicle.
I kind of lean back around the corner and come over. There's the door at the back is open, and there's another second vehicle with someone inside.
Means after the Janway, he's around the front.
Sparks, you're at the side door.
Do you want me to come and join you round there, or...?
Yeah, come around here.
Okay, so you move up to the back.
Yeah.
And you kind of pop your head round, and because he's told you what to look for, you can kind of see that going on. So there's someone in the vehicle. What is your stealth?
My stealth is, well, I don't have stealth trained, but I've got 4 agility.
Okay.
I've got 3.
Okay.
I did pass my last one with advantage.
Yeah, an advantage. You passed your stealth roll.
Yeah, and
Okay.
with advantage.
Yep. Just check. No, not that. I need another one of those. Ugh. Okay. The two of you are standing at the corner of the building. It doesn't seem like the person in the vehicle has seen you.
How far away are they?
They are at medium range.
Okay, can I try and sneak closer? Stay here and cover me.
Well, the space between you and them is open. Deliberately so, it seems. They're parked their vehicle far enough away from the building that someone would have to cover open ground to get to the vehicle. So you can try and do it, but they would get a chance to see you. It would be a difficult stealth roll. You probably use their cunning as your difficulty, which is 3.
It's quite tricky. I'm going to give it a go.
Okay. I'm going to use a dark side point to increase the difficulty.
And you got your setback as well.
Oh yeah, you got setback.
Leave! I'm going to use one to upgrade one of mine.
More risky.
I believed, and I feel like from here I can see.
There's lots of symbols.
I got a success.
Is that like you had 10 dice and 9 had symbols on? 1 success. Cool. Okay. So you get down low. Are you drawing a weapon or anything, or are you just running, trying to cover the distance?
Did you pick up a crate and run behind it and put it down?
Cardboard box.
Or a bush.
So if this were
A
around
fire
a combat,
extinguisher.
if this were around a combat, I assume you would be using your manoeuvre to move and your action to manoeuvre into engaged with the vehicle.
Basically ducking behind the vehicle so you can't see.
Yeah, so you kind of go all the way up to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Sparks, you watch as this crazy human darts across open space and gets to the vehicle without any incident. This guy is consistently lucky. He seems to be living a bit of a charmed life so far. You're wondering.
It's not luck, it's skill.
You're wondering when the odds will slip the other way.
Never tell me the odds.
Okay, back round to the front of the building.
Okay, so I go on the comm and I go, Dreep, lesson 1, point it at them and squeeze the trigger. And then I go through the door. And not just boldly going through, I'm sword down and I'm kind of creeping through.
So you're going to
sort of gently push the door open.
Okay.
Blade sort of leads the way through.
I like it. As you push the door open, you can see a foyer. And there's a reception desk where you'd come in, and sign in. It's not like a fancy reception. It's a very utilitarian.
Yeah.
I need to get the keys for a car, or I need to sign in or something. There's no one there. And at the far end, there was another doorway where there's some kind of turnstile system in the doorway. And then to the left, there is a stairwell, and you can hear footsteps, bum, 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 clanging down the stairwell. As you're kind of stepping in, clearly someone was aware of your actions, and it's coming down the stairs.
So I've come in through the door and it's to my left here.
It's sort of ahead and to the left.
Okay.
So maybe 10, 20 feet that way. There's an opening into a stairwell, fairly big into a stairwell.
Okay, but is there say for instance, the stairwell's here? Could I come against the door or the wall
Yeah,
here?
you could go up the side of the wall and wait there. They might be able to see you because they might sit on the landing. If they come running into the room, you might be able to get a surprise.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm moving along the wall and I'm tight. And I'm basically making it
stealth. Your action this turn then is to stealth.
Okay.
Just
Oh, what's the difficulty? Or is it
2? We'll just go with standard. Oh.
So I get success but a threat.
Success, but one threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Threat.
Strain.
You suffer a strain.
Lovely.
So you're having to like move in quickly,
Yeah,
and
quickly.
you stare it, and you go, "Whoa," and you go against the side, and you smack your back against the. You know, when you exit one of these buildings, you have to press a button to see if you get searched, to see if you're carrying any contraband. You bash your spine on this button.
I'm like,
There's no power to it, so it doesn't like go off. But you're like, and you just suffer a bit of, you're slightly winded for a moment. Did you have some before?
yeah, because I took 2 strain to
do your thing.
chop
Chop the
the
guy's hand off.
So you hear the footsteps on the stairs, and there's like dung 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 dung, and there's a pause. Let's see if you're. So you got a success, didn't you?
Yeah.
So this is just a dude.
Just a dude.
Just a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Okay. You hear, come out! Come out! Come out! It seems to be a very gruff voice. Doesn't sound like a human, but it's like, come out! Come out! And they don't seem to be coming any further. They clearly aren't sure where you are, but are aware you are. You are somewhere near in the building, and they're standing on the stairwell and just shouting at you. Dreep.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
I'm gonna.
You gonna hack?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 1 less difficulty because of your action last time.
So it's 2.
That looks good.
Those are good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So 2
And 2 successes.
2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. 2 successes, 2 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hack into the system as you're having this chat with Arik, and your files show that 12 starships left Sullust and came to this system. 12 rebel, or what you assume are rebel ships.
Yeah.
However, the Port Authority shows that 13 vessels arrived in system.
Okay.
12 have remained in far orbit,
Yeah.
and 1 has landed
Okay.
about 45 minutes ago, an hour ago,
Right.
at the Starport.
Yeah.
And that's kind of this first tranche of kind of data that you get. You figure that out, and that kind of tallies up with what Janway was saying to you about a ship landing.
Yeah.
They landed on the pad next to your ship.
Good. So I'll bring our little speeder in and park in front.
Oh, you're now going to drive into.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for some deliveries, and there's like a dead body outside the building.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just go and
Sort it out.
Sort that
Okay,
out
cool.
before I
I like it.
and checking for car
Does that
keys.
mean I can hear him fiddling around just outside the door?
Yeah, it's like scratching around.
I'm like-
outside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to worry about the guy on the stairs with a potential gun, and I'm now hearing Dreep outside
Could
going,
play to your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy in the car hasn't noticed anything yet. So we'll start another initiative round because I think you moved up, you ran towards the door, you
I'm at the bottom of the
did the
stairs.
thing, and you did that thing. Okay, so we'll begin again. So which one of you guys wants to go first?
Okay.
You're against the. I assume
Yeah.
you're like against the.
Against the
thing.
car. Can I hear anything from inside the car? Is he talking?
There's like a tapping, like a gentle tapping noise, like someone tapping on a screen or something. And you hear.
Okay, so kind of peering around, I'm assuming the window's open.
On the far side.
And I kind of scoot
Yeah, you
around.
can spend your manoeuvre to move around the car.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
The window is open. Yep.
Okay. Basically, yeah, kind of up, take 2 strain to aim.
Okay. Cool. Point blank to the face.
I'm hoping that's going to be an easy shot. It's a guy sat down that's unaware of me and
It's
point
going to be a
blank.
very easy shot. Yeah, because normally it would be 1. But this 1 difficulty, but this person's unaware, so you're not going to have any difficulty. As you stand up and stick your gun, because the window's open about this much, like a smoker to let the smoke out. You kind of stick the barrel of your gun in, and there's like a startled Sullustan face that looks up at you, and you go.
Okay, do I get a bonus for being a point blank, or is that just that's just?
There's no difficulty.
Right. Oh, you can feel that.
Needs some cleaning.
Yeah.
5 advantage.
It's like that bit in
and
Pulp
5
Fiction.
successes.
You shoot him in all
5 advantage and 5
successes.
successes.
You shoot him in all of his head.
His head just drops off.
Which is very much a crit with my heavy blaster pistol.
Okay. So,
Do we
you
even know
are
who this
very
guy is?
glad that the window is only open that much. Because the interior of it, there's a sudden noise,
And there's a smoking hole.
and there's a and then there's like a slump inside.
But you see none of this.
This is Star Wars. There's no blood in
It's
Star
just a
Wars.
smoking hole. I've
Yeah, there's like a smoking hole. Yeah, there's a lot of smoke. Where it was death stick smoke before, now
Now
it's
it's
just
people smoke.
Yeah,
It's smoke
Rain
coming
smoke.
off the body.
yeah.
Okay, and then, yeah.
I love the fresh smell of Sullustan in the morning.
Okay, cool.
I think that's my turn.
So yes, he's down. Now it would be an NPC. Back in the front of the building, someone comes running down the stairs into the room, and so they spend a maneuver to come into the room. At which point they see you, because you're like you're in the room. You're not,
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 points of strain to engage you. In fact, no, we're going to make a perception roll to see if it's capable of doing that, because you are hiding, aren't you? And
Yeah,
you've
I was against the edge, so the idea was that he'd run past me and I would go, in him as he went past.
Sure. Let's see if he notices you. If he doesn't, he'll run into the room, and he might not do
Do
anything.
enemies have strain? 'Cause I know
Some of
before
them
they just
do.
took wounds.
They,
Oh, okay.
they do now.
Some
This
of them
guy
do.
does.
No,
If they,
just curious, 'cause
if
they
they
didn't-
don't have a strain value, they just take wounds.
Yeah. You'd think you'd have to make some slightly
Yeah,
better,
it's
wouldn't
like bosses and stuff. Yeah.
So, he runs into the room, and he trips on the the divider between the floor, the carpet in the thing, and the lino in the main reception area. He trips slightly, and the fact that he trips means 2 things. 1, he turns and sees you. And 2, he's off balance, so you get a boost die on your next action. However, he gets to attack you with his vibro axe.
Oh.
Nice.
I was actually reading about the vibro.
Does this mean you can go...
Really swanky axe.
It's basically like my
It's like
sword.
it's like vibrating, so
Yeah.
when it hits, it does more damage.
The Achani created the vibro blades so that in the First Republic Civil War type thing, that they could fight Jedi, basically. It allows them to fight lightsabers. The blade vibrates.
Oh.
Well, they got very special ones, haven't they? The normal vibro weapons can't combat lightsabers and things like that.
No.
But there are some super ones that the Achani made that
Yeah.
are like really cool.
But that was the origins of vibro blades.
Yes, it was. Then everyone made mass-produced cheap versions of it. And it's like, oh, I've got a vibro axe. Yeah, that'll work well, won't it? Okay, so it's got all kinds of funky things, but I have to spend stuff to activate weapon things, don't I?
So what is it?
Activate a weapon quality. Because it's got like Pierce 2, Sunder, Vicious 3.
Yeah, so they all apply. So if you hit me, the pierce will just go through part of my arm.
Oh, wicked.
The vicious is if you crit me, depending on what your vicious is. So your vicious 3, you get plus 30 to the crit roll. And then has yours got any
Sunder.
Sunder? I don't know what that one does.
Sunder. So,
Good old Sunday
I'll
cat.
show you right.
yeah, I know. Hey, let's see if it crops up. Some of the very specifics. Sunder quality 157. 157, everyone. If you're watching at home, join in with us. When activated, so you have to spend requires an advantage to activate. Attacker chooses one item openly wielded by the target. That item is damaged 1 step. So he like smashes you, and it's such a violent attack.
It could damage.
That like your sword would be damaged because when you go to defend, because it's a melee rather than just single things. Right. Okay. So he's going to attack you. Melee. Ooh. Hello. He's got some melee.
I've got defend 1, so it does add 1 to your difficulty.
It adds a difficulty, so it's where's the close combat bit? Here we go.
So it's difficulty 2 in close if you're
Regular, isn't it?
Yeah.
So with your thing, that makes it 3. I'm going to use a dark side thing to make mine.
And I'm going to use a light side. Going to make it a little bit more difficult for you.
So I'm rolling 3 yellows, 2 purple, and a red. Here we go.
Oh my days.
Ready?
Does he not get
What's your
disadvantage for
armour?
tripping?
What's your armour?
6.
6. Okay, cool. But it's got pierce 12.
You actually failed!
Oh my god! The thing was, I rolled like successes and advantages on the yellow dice, which draw your eye, and then on the others, I
cancelled it all
completely
out.
screwed
So
it up.
you've
So
actually
I
failed with 1
failed
threat.
That's 2.
with 1 threat.
Yeah.
So he does trip over,
Takes a strain.
and he takes a strain. Turn and take the strain.
Just a stranger.
So he takes a point of damage, effectively.
The thing I like about combat is it's so fast.
Well,
You
yeah.
only ever get one
It
hit.
is when you've got someone with angry man with a sword.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so this Vibroaxe comes in like, vroom, and like he's completely overbalanced, and he like swings, and he like overextends himself, and he's like, ah, and you can see it on his face.
Should have warmed up.
In other words,
it's
he's got an axe he doesn't know how to use.
It's a Trandoshan,
Ah.
big lizard dude. Okay.
It's an X-Transition.
They're pretty tough.
They are pretty tough. So who's next? Okay. Oh, hello. Oh dear. Here we go. How many difficulty dice you got there? 2? Right, they're both upgraded. Boom. Can I use 2 on the...
No,
Wasn't it
can't.
1? Isn't it 1?
I would have thought you could. I would have thought you could.
Just the one.
I
think it is just the one. I think it's just the one.
Oh,
Changed
he's
it.
spending 1 as well.
Oh no, sorry. That way.
Well, it just increases the chance of
My days.
Jeez.
everything else.
He's just got lots of advantage.
Loads of advantage.
Did you get enough successes?
No, he didn't.
No, I did. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah. How did you get?
I have got...
You neutralised your advantages, didn't you?
Yeah, so basically
Yeah.
I've got 6 advantage.
But no hit.
No hit. Do I have to hit to activate my critical ability?
Probably.
So did you?
Yeah, probably.
Did the next boost dice on the next attack? The boost dice that was on the next roll.
that got used ages ago.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Although I didn't do anything with my 5 advantage. I don't know if I can do anything with my 5 advantage.
If you did, yeah, not for me.
character.
Can I make it harder for people to shoot me by taking cover behind the car or something?
Yeah, no, sadly.
You can add a boost die to one of you two.
Okay.
Because you guys are in like...
Yeah,
Doesn't that
The
only cost
same.
like 2 or 3?
That costs 2.
And I've just got 3 left.
You've got 3 left. You can ignore penalising environmental effects such as, cover and stuff for the next turn.
Oh, I can't impose these dice on.
Well, you can for 2, yes.
Alright,
It's targeted character, but yeah, we'll just say next person to
Alright,
shoot
next
you has
person
a setback.
yeah, and you get
A boost die. Oh, thanks. Sorry.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
6 advantage.
Yeah.
So you haven't succeeded. So he comes in and swings violently, and you're like, and you're like, I should have run him through.
yeah,
But all I've done is
lots of success.
you can gain for 3 advantage. You can gain +1 melee or range defense until the end of the active character's
Yeah, and then
next turn.
can I
So
use
you can
it?
get +2
and then-
defense.
and then
Yeah.
you
So
can
he'd
give-
be like hugely difficult.
So
to
I'm
attack
going
you.
to do that with 3 of them,
Okay.
and give the other
and
guy.
then I'm going to give the other guy with the 2 a setback die on his next roll.
Okay, cool.
And then
Right,
I'll
so
use
he
my
gets-
last one to recover a point of strain.
What's worse, a difficulty die or a setback die?
Oh yeah, I can recover.
The
A difficulty.
difficulty die is worse because there's more sides.
So I would gain 2 defence
So you would
rather than give him a setback die, because then he gets 2 purple
He gets
dice.
No, I get to do it anyway because
He
I've got
gets
6
to
advantage.
No, but you could do it twice. 2 lots of 3 to give him 2 of these,
Yeah, actually.
rather than
And then you don't get the strain back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't get the
purple dice are worse than black
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah. Oh, then yes.
So he gets 2 purple
I'm
dice.
basically
Yeah.
defense free now for the next attack.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. So that was your turn.
It's now. I don't know if
It's now me,
anyone else.
but there's no one
No one else.
for you guys
Currently present.
currently present.
Well, you haven't done anything yet.
What do you want to do?
I'm just going to saunter over. I'm just going to...
There is an open doorway into the back of the building.
I want to see who the geezer was in the car.
There's a Sullust.
You can't tell you what he looked like.
He looks like some kind of
Generic.
street thug who's
Oh, I
been
see.
brought on board to.
Oh, you
like,
didn't
keep an eye
accidentally
out.
just kill Lofax then?
He's a Gand.
He's a what, sorry?
He's a Gand.
Different alien.
They're
sure
insect
I heard
people. This is Star Wars. Anyways. Okay, so you saunter over and you're like, ugh. I mean, it's quite. I mean, you've shot people and you've been in fights with stormtroopers, but to like pop up and execute a guy through the window like that, it's pretty.
Nice. Shooting an unaware person is my preference.
Yes. No,
It would
but-
only have been better if the guy was asleep.
Absolutely, but to actually do it, it's still quite a thing.
Hell,
like
I'd have
that
done it if
close
he was
up.
on the job.
Watch Red Dwarf. Okay, so Sparks is now there.
Yeah, we heading in.
There is an open back door into the
Yeah.
warehouse. As you guys look across, you can see now into the warehouse. There are various kind of very few boxes and crates kind of in the back warehouse room.
Okay.
It looks like a large, lofty chamber with just a few small boxes and crates. Seems suspiciously quiet in there. The life reading you got earlier on, Sparks, would lead you to suggest more than 3 people in the building. Probably 6 to 8 or something like that. Maybe.
We're heading in then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to move towards the...
Well, we haven't got any moves left, but
You could use your action to move up to the building.
well, he'd have had. I've done mine. I've moved. And then
Oh, you
shot,
have, haven't you?
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he's used 2 actions.
Oh,
His action and
Yes,
move.
of course.
was
Sorry.
mid-range,
Yeah,
yeah.
move over. Yes, sorry. Okay, cool. So you're at the vehicle, chatting. Right. So, new round?
No, because Dreep
No,
hasn't gone yet.
Dreep hasn't done anything. Okay.
Well, no, I was moving the body.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You
Trying
move
to
up and move
find.
the
I was
body.
trying to find some keys or some kind of card.
There's an access card, like a fob,
All right.
for the vehicle.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
We're upgrading.
You're gonna
And I'll.
open the vehicle.
Well, no. I'm going to basically see if I can find a dumpster to put the body in.
There's one man in the corner.
All right. I'll basically carry the body and the arm.
That will.
Hey, don't forget the
that'll
arm.
be the next-
Yeah. I'm basically Well, yeah. I'll put them in the dumpster, and then I'll come back.
Okay. Cool. So,
I'll
beginning of a new
I'll
round.
take his IDs and stuff.
Sure. Beginning of a new round. I'm guessing, so you two are at the back, checking out the back of the building. You're sorting out a dead body in a dumpster. And Janway Kim
I'm
is
currently
locked in
engaged.
hand-to-hand combat with a
Yeah.
Trandoshan with a vibro axe. Okay, snarling at you and kind of
Yeah.
snot and spittle is coming out of his large nostrils.
nice.
But he's off balance, and you've got lots of yellow dice.
I always have lots of yellow dice.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
Can I? Oh, too late.
Sorry.
Damn it! That's the way to do it.
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
So just 3 successes, basically.
Oh, is that all? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So how much damage do you do?
9 damage with Pierce 2.
PS2.
Mhm.
Okay. So. Okay. You shoo, big slice across him, and he. "Yah! You'll die, little human. And he brings the axe round to you, but he's got 2 extra
Yep.
difficulty dice because of your defense.
Oh yeah,
He's
so
got.
stolen a load of
He's
dice.
got. So he's got this, this, and this.
And doesn't he get a setback die from...
No.
Sorry, we added defense.
No, but doesn't your armour give you one?
No.
Oh, okay.
The defense is already.
Oh no, because then I have a natural defense of 1 as well. So you actually get another purple dice.
Gonna convert one of those. Can I have a yellow die, please? He's at slight disadvantage. He's balancing on 1 foot. He's like really overreached. He's trying to bring the axe back round to get you. Yeah, and you just jabbed him in the side. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Ooh. Oh, not. Ooh, no, not good. Not good. That cancels out that, and that cancels out that. So one threat.
No, that threat would have came. There was an advantage on there, so it was absolutely zero.
You got nothing.
Nil point.
Swings.
Well, he's still alive. I mean,
Swing and a miss. He's still alive.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Pretty good against
Still
he's doing
alive.
the best.
Best against Shanway out of any
And
of
he's
them.
not got a
wanna be
million.
Jedi.
And he's not got a million bad dice next turn.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so
I
there's
think
a
Shanway's going to get the swing first. Though.
swing and a miss. Okay, who's next out of you guys? Are you dumpstering and coming back to the front door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to check the body of the guy in the car.
Okay.
I'm looking for, keys.
He's got a
And
fob
IDs and
for the vehicle. He's got an ID, which looks dodgy. He's got a pack of death sticks. He's got a light blaster. And he has got a chip with 50 credits on it. I like that. Roger's not touching any of the other stuff. 50 credits, yes.
That and the keys.
That and the keys.
I'm going to lock the car.
And he also has
Sorry,
a
lots of
small communications device.
I will take the small communications device.
Okay. As you pick it up, because Star Wars is all about coincidence.
Yeah.
Things going on.
No,
A voice,
destiny.
a voice comes through. A destiny. I like it. It is your destiny.
Very good.
Thanks. Zal, you there? Anything going on out the back?
No, everything's okay here.
I'm going to
How are you?
turn it on and use my action to basically take cover behind the door because there's an open doorway and I'm just going
So you're going to step to the one side of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not answering the communication. You didn't even hear the guy's voice. You wouldn't know whether he's like, "Hey, you right?"
Hello.
They just do it. Oh, that's really
Okay, so that's your go. Right, Sparks, you gonna follow suit?
It's
There's no one in the vicinity that you can see.
You haven't moved up to the.
He's moved up to the door.
yeah. So I moved from the car.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow
Sorry,
up
from
behind
the
you.
speeder.
I just have this image of Caven being like, and then him
Just
being
like-
just like, ting, 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 just like, and like he's like doing everything stealthy, and it's just like, ting,
Yeah, he's like
Yeah. Yeah.
lumbering along. Okay, so you get to the back door as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the end of that round. Yeah.
Creep.
No, Dreep just
put the body in the
dumpstering and
Takes
stuff.
quite a while.
Yeah, it takes a while. Okay, so new round.
When you're done.
Who's
isn't it?
first?
I think we should let Dreep go.
You're back at the front door, by the way. You can hear like fighting going on in the room on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, triumph!
There we go.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there we go. So there is 2 threats. I'll probably end the round to do something.
Do something. You will take a setback die on a next action because you've like overextended yourself.
Yeah.
However,
That's
Cut him
gonna
off.
sting.
However, that is 10 damage.
you
plus 2.
Darth Maul him.
Yeah.
He's like,
And then
and you go,
I just have this image of him being like, I've obviously overextended the first time and just like cut him a bit, and then I've kind of come back round and.
But what's strange about this is that for a moment you see what he's about to do before he does it,
Which is how I'm able to.
and you swing your blade before he even moves, and he moves as you see he would have done, and you cut him in half, and he falls to the floor. And you feel really cool, like that was cool, but you're like, that was weird.
Yeah. It's just like, and then blade away.
Blade away. Cool. Okay. So, what are you doing? There's no combatants. You're at the front door now, and you can see inside the building that Janwakian is standing there. And
did the guy did the other guy have a little communicator?
Yes.
So I would have heard something.
You would have heard Zal, what's going on around the back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This Trandoshan is lying in two parts on the floor in the foyer.
You're like, oh my god, I just cleaned one up.
Yeah. I'll just say like the delivery says he's going to be here in an hour, so you can clear up your own shit.
Remember, he's ordered same day delivery, so it's coming.
And I'm just looking at you and going, was you out there the whole time?
How many of them are inside?
Oh, how many of them are inside?
So I shall. So I've found your ship. I'm going to go and look into it now.
Okay, let me know what you find out.
Right. And I shall go and sit in the car
You're going to hack.
and hack.
Okay, make another roll. Make another
Sit in the nicer car.
2 difficulty.
You're going to sit in the nicer car?
No.
Yeah. 1 difficulty, because you're right there, you're present. Go for it.
What's difficulty?
2,
Two,
because
just
you broke the code slightly.
So no advantage, but a lot of successes.
Why is it no advantage? Oh, because that
two
cancels
throws, so
that.
that'll cancel
That
that.
becomes
So
a
one
that becomes a success.
Oh no.
5 success.
Whoa! Okay.
I scammed them all to death.
There are 3 people in the building. There is 1 in the warehouse behind a large box. And there are 2 people upstairs in an office. That's what you get.
Okay.
You're hacking into you're checking out the starship of the person.
Yeah.
Okay. The starship it's just got an ident.
Right. Okay.
And there's some technical readouts on it.
Okay.
It's a small 1-person vessel with space for an R4 unit.
Right.
And it's hyperspace capable when in conjunction with some sort of exterior housing.
Yeah.
And it's a small triangular shaped vessel.
Okay.
And whoever it was has massively modified this vessel.
Yeah.
So it's got advanced but small weaponry on it.
Right.
And this is clearly some older really old vessel that's been updated. You're actually quite pleasantly surprised by the sensors of the Starport and how effective they seem to have been.
Okay. So am I now into their? Can I now piggyback their communications?
Up to the rebel ships. Yeah, you've hacked through enough stuff that you're kind of in there, and you can send some. If it's like huge amounts of data,
No.
or really complicated, it might get noticed. But if you're sending simple messages,
I just need to know. Well, I might send a few messages, but I just need to know what if ships appear in the system, so I access the communication between the two.
Sure.
Unless
no other ships have appeared after
someone
the first batch.
Yeah.
So the 12 vessels are still up there in deep orbit.
Yeah.
And they are kind of in a holding pattern.
Okay.
Well, I'll be waiting for something.
Okay. Well, I will ping the 12 ships.
Okay.
To say, and I would to say, are you in distress? Do you need to land? And I'll ping every single one of them.
You ping all of them
with exactly the same message.
You receive a message from one of the ships.
Yeah.
Saying a short shore leave would be agreeable. Coordinates, please.
Okay. So I shall basically say by the time you get to the start, go to the start whatever starport we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just give them that, and then I better hack something else.
Okay, so you tell them to go to the main starport.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The camera pans to a speeder bike heading down a road towards a large structure over the road where some Ugnaughts are getting ready for a night out on the town with a Toydarian supervisor. Right, what are you guys doing?
I'm waiting to hear what the result of the scan was.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm gonna con to everyone and just say there's one in the warehouse, 2 upstairs. Is the warehouse what we're about to go into?
Yes, there's a large, huge space, which is the warehouse. There's someone in there. And then there's 2 people up in an office.
Okay. So, Janwei, you we'll deal with the guy in the warehouse, and then we'll coordinate and head upstairs. And unless you fancy coming and meeting us here,
I'll deal with the ones upstairs.
fair enough.
And the blade comes
I was gonna suggest that you just hold off and we'll go together and do that, but feel free. Whatever.
Alright, is there any, like, general detritus around? Like, stuff, sticks, rocks, cans?
Well, there's a bit of trash lying around, so there might be like an old drinks can sort of crushed on the side.
Do you know which one the guy's hiding behind?
The scan.
Yeah, I mean, you're like that box over there.
Alright, I'm going to just hurl it in...
Well, as you're about to do that, you hear a voice going, Zal? And it's like a stereoscopic voice. It seems to come from both sides of the box at the same time. Zal, are you there? What's going on? Well, I'm trying to check through this stuff. Are you? And you see an Ithorian step round the box, and sort of you're like gonna throw the thing, and he looks suddenly panicked and just puts his hands up.
Okay.
Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I just work for them.
I'm going to basically just drop the can, keep my gun levelled at him and go like, stay right where you are and don't move, and just start walking towards him.
I'm just checking the spice.
Spice?
Yes. I'm a contractor. I'm not one of them. I'm an independent. I'm a herbalist. I understand these things, and I'm an expert. They wanted me to come in and check
You're a
something.
spice dealer.
He's a connoisseur.
I wouldn't say that. That's quite a harsh.
I'm going to be trying
quite a blunt
I'm trying
term.
to read him to kind of...
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, you feel that maybe he is.
He's a spice dealer.
Probably.
Well, it looks to me that the spice has changed hands.
And to be honest, I don't mind which hands hold the spice. They've paid me, and quite frankly, everything seems to be fine here. And I'm happy to go. And you people can take the warehouse and leave. He's kind of points down at the floor. There's like a big container with like packets in. He's like, I don't care who has what.
Maybe you know where it could be sold?
I like your thinking. I may know a few people that could potentially help you to distribute this to those who require it.
When he was saying that he didn't work for them, referring to the Black Sun, I'm trying to work out if he was telling the truth or
Make
not.
a roll. Difficulty 3.
How would that be?
Perception. Or streetwise, up to you.
Difficulty?
3.
I'm going to use a thingy point.
Oh. Roger doesn't normally let other people use them, but he likes to use them.
2 successes. No advantage or
He
disadvantage.
seemed to be genuine, and from the look of him, he doesn't look
So
like
what
a real
he's saying,
gangster.
he seems to be sincere in what he's saying.
Yes. And from the other Ithorians you've seen on the planet, he looks like someone who's wearing local clothing and maybe just part of the local gangsterage rather than interplanetary Black Sun,
So how much merchandise have we got here?
There's a bit. Is now a good time? He's sort of looking around. There are some people upstairs that I'm sure you might have to have a negotiation with,
Not for long.
and that's fine. And I'm happy.
What comes out over?
Not out the front window! Not out the front!
We will cut to Janway. Janway, I assume you're going
I've snaked my way up the
going up the
stairs.
stairs.
Okay. I can see, like, they're set up there. Are they armed? Are they prepared for me, or is it?
Well, as you go up the stairs, this is now you're on the interior of a warehouse. It's all kind of open windows. It's not like reflective glass or anything like that. It's kind of just panes of glass, and you can see into a room where there are two people who are clearly aware that something's going on. And as you kind of rise up the staircase, and your line of sight comes over the top of the kind of non-window part of the wall, you can see them, one on either side of the room, down behind desks, one near a large window that looks out over the warehouse, and the other one sort of nearby. They seem to have not like massive weaponry. You think the one at the front who had the big blaster and the one with the vibroaxe, they're probably the most heavily armed you've seen so far. They seem to be fairly lightly tooled out. And these two guys seem to have light blasters, one on either side of the room, and it's like a flimsy balsa wood door. You reckon you can just walk through that quite easily, and you're kind of short range. Even though there's a door between you, short range to either of them. You need to short range and engage, obviously.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry. You're in short range. You just need to engage. But that would be like bursting through the door, and it's not a big room. It's like a 10 by 20 foot office looking out into the warehouse. They've got a few computers where they might be watching and monitoring like the people's efficiency and throughput of the building.
Okay. This is going to get fun now.
Ooh.
It's going to get fun now.
His turn to the force power.
Fall asleep!
No, unfortunately, don't have force sleep. However, it says flimsy door.
Yes.
So it's almost like a distraction sort of thing. I'm going to force the door off its hinges and into the room
To startle them.
to startle them, and then I'll burst in and I'll use a strain to give myself an extra move into and engage, and then I'll use my action to.
It's your action, not your force power.
Oh yeah, actually, it probably is it probably is actually rather than a. So many sheets of paper. So bear with me.
There are a few.
I would imagine a force power is an action.
I think so.
Yeah, it is an action. No, you're right.
Let's check.
No, you're right. In which case, I'll do it. I'll still blast it.
I think that's the kind of the Jedi thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'll blast the door. Do you know? Actually, do you know what I'm gonna do? Let's see it. I'm gonna do it. Oh no, I'm not. Because I'm not willing to use one of our dark side points to. No, I hold my hand up and like.
Oh, so you rolled your force die?
Yes, I
rolled. You got black.
I got a black, so we have.
Which means you could use a black
Destiny-
force point to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Yeah, but we don't.
We've got one.
There are 3 dark.
No, because I have to turn our light side
yeah,
into.
yeah. Oh, right, there's one of them.
Yeah, so I'd have to use our last light side point, and I feel like I'm going to need that in a minute, so I won't do that.
Yeah, but there's a high churn. What harm could it be to give me another dark side?
Yeah, when the big bad guy
Destiny.
turns up.
Yeah.
Well,
I really want to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. So I do that, but I feel like something's pulling at my mind, stopping it from working.
yeah.
So in which case, I just do it the old-fashioned way. I kick through the door to move into engaged.
Well, your action failed. So you spent your action to use the force.
Yeah.
There was so your action failed.
Yeah. So then I get 2 manoeuvres. Well, I get 1 manoeuvre and I could strain.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you could move through the door and engage someone.
Yeah, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to move through the door, engage one of them, and then I'll take 2 strain to get guarded, which gives me an extra point of defence.
Okay,
So-
cool. So you like tuck and roll, so you're
Yeah.
like like that, and nothing. It just like the door rattles, and then something in your behind you is kind of disturbing you
Someone's
slightly.
put it at me that there's a disturbance in the force.
And then you go.
So I'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay, right. You roll in and you like rise up with this.
These are not the calls that we're
cool.
looking for.
Right. Well, it's their go then, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah. So one of them's going to shoot at you.
Figured they would.
The one that you're not engaging in close combat.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot at you. Short range, so it's difficulty 1.
Yep.
And he has got... Oh, no, they're minions. Here we go. So they fire as a group.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
So there's 2 of them. So there's one more than one. And their cunning is 3. Agility.
That is 2, isn't it?
That is 2. Yeah.
We can't fault your
so
logic.
so the rule is you get a yellow die for every one beyond the first guy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you pass me a yellow die,
sorry, I've been stealing
Sorry,
them all.
that's
So
okay.
I use them.
and it's 1 difficulty because it's short range. So they fire at you.
Then you up your
Yeah,
defense.
I'm guarded, but I think guarded it only affects melee.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
but your defense is 1 anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but again, it only affects melee.
Okay, right.
However, I have engaged them, so would it be short range or would it? Because if they're minions and they're repair,
The other one's shooting at you.
yeah. I was just
Yeah,
wondering. I was
yeah.
just wondering if it would increase their defense.
No, I'm harsh on this.
Okay, that's fine.
And you're like,
He just wants to hurt you.
you're like super ninja dude.
He's going with the best dice he can get.
Yeah, come on. It's like the Fimir all over again from Flint and Steel. Anyway. Right, here we go. Oh my god.
Failed. You got advantage.
I got 2 advantage.
Yeah.
So there's so much like and they're firing wildly, and you're like rolling and tucking, and you're like, idiots. But you're slightly like dazzled by all the blaster fire in the room, so you get a setback die.
You're dazzled by your skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit big-headed.
Okay, so as you're there with the Authorian, you know, like, well, not for long, you see like up in the room. No one flies through the window, but there's like the lights of blaster fire, and he looks up.
Sounds like the negotiations are going well.
Oh, we're getting up the quote count in this episode, aren't we?
Is that a quote?
It is now.
Isn't that one of the bits that Obi-Wan Kenobi says?
No. Well, negotiations were short.
Oh, well, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure you.
episode 1.
I'm sure you'll be able to apply that shortly. Okay. What are you gonna? Well, who's next out of the player?
Well,
PCs?
we've both been. So.
We've both been Sparks or Dreep.
Sparks.
What do you want to do?
Sparks looks at Caven.
Yeah, like,
I think that is my action.
yeah,
So I'm
okay.
just going to look up.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sure he's got this covered.
Well,
He'll be
you
fine.
get the sense that Janway's up there, like you hear a shing.
Everything's fine. Everything's under control. It's cool.
We'll wait for the. And if we don't hear that, then we'll know.
Yeah, we need to go up and help. Yeah.
Okay, Dreep.
So I'm still hacking.
Okay.
I need to find one of the larger corporations and lose a few bays,
Okay.
so that
cool.
basically our bay, our invoices
Yeah.
are attached to one of the large corporations.
Okay, so you don't have to pay all
So
your
we don't have to pay,
charges.
and
Okay.
a second bay is paid for
Yeah.
that
For
I
one
can
of the
I
ships.
can then send the
So
information
someone can land there.
so someone can land there
Okay.
and use it, and it'd be like, oh, actually the guy will just turn up and go, oh, it's all paid for.
Okay. Cool. Let's have a roll.
2 or 3. 2 or 3.
2.
I love the way he gathers his stuff.
Triumph.
Triumph.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's actually.
I think
Yeah, there you go. So you
succeeded.
yeah,
Succeeded,
2
triumphed,
successes and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
so,
a triumph.
But you got a triumph.
Yeah.
So as you're hacking and as you're doing it, you successfully manage to arrange a free thing.
Yeah.
You get your things. Your docking charge wiped. What you notice is that the scanning subroutine of the way station is activated.
Yeah.
And it seems to be scanning a small speeder bike
Okay.
with 1 occupant,
Right.
which is a Rhodian. female.
Right.
And you can see a visual of this person.
Yeah.
And she seems to be wearing a black robe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a very vertical oriented speeder bike.
Yeah.
And the scan is done in record time.
Yeah.
And she heads off
Okay.
with a woo as she goes out.
Yeah.
It just seems like a very strange figure to be moving that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Coming towards you.
All right. Maybe I'll move inside the building.
Okay, cool. Moving.
Maybe I'll call someone.
Who are you going to come?
Well, I'm going to send the coordinates. I'm going to
Oh,
send
yeah,
the
you
information.
sent all that. That's fine. You
Yeah.
sent all that. Yeah.
Yeah. I shall. We got company. I think we got company.
Okay. Cool.
And then I shall move inside the building.
And that's the end of the round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's begin. Who's going first?
I think Treat.
Okay.
You're upstairs, aren't you?
Can you not hear the laser?
Okay. Cool. Right. Let's go.
So an success and an advantage.
Okay.
So they take only 7. Only 7. Actually,
With Pierce 2.
with Pierce 2.
Okay. So from downstairs, you see one person like up against the window with serious wounds and slide down the glass.
Does it make like a squeegee noise?
Yeah.
Is it like, nice.
Then you can engage the other one.
Sorry.
Then you can engage the other one.
Yeah, and then I'll move to the other one. So, this time they definitely get, and then
Absolutely. They'll get a penalty to.
yeah, and then I'll take 2 strain and take, and then go into guarded.
Oh, let's see if they've got a close
You can
combat
gain
weapon.
one. You can.
I took my advantage to take 1 strain off, so I'm on 6 strain currently.
Blaster, pistol, and heavy clothing. Yeah.
Oh, and I've got the blaster from the other dude.
You do.
I took it out of his dead hand.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's the other guy's go, and you've just engaged him, so he's going to try and fight you in some kind of crappy version of hand-to-hand combat. And it's 2 difficulty in your defense.
Plus another 2 difficulty because I've got defense 1 and I just took guarded.
Was that in the round before?
No, I just took it again. I took 2 strain to take guarded.
How much strain have you had?
I've got 6 now because I've been
What's your strain threshold?
12.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
I've got a little way to go.
so no, the bad guys don't have strain thresholds like that.
Because he's
do
been
they?
using advantage to top it.
Yeah, I've been using my when I get 1 advantage here and there. I've been using
cool.
it to
Little-
focus. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's have a. So one of those.
Yeah. Are they just punching him?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's like it's like with his gun, like
I'm trying to butt.
yeah, he's trying to butter the gun. Kind of
Pistol
thing.
whip.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you do
hang on.
get a success,
Get success.
but you get
So
1 threat.
that and that takes that away. Yeah, 1 threat. So he oversteps and takes a point of strain,
So take a wound.
which just takes a wound.
So I like the idea is as he butts me, I put my knee in his chest as he's coming in.
Yeah. Only a
It's going to hurt you more than it hurts me.
Oof. Oh, yeah. And he hits you with the butt of his gun, doing
Maybe straight brawn plus your success.
3 damage.
6 so.
It's like, okay, right. You can hear oof, 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 oof. He's going to drop his gun and just like put his hands up.
Oh, I don't want to be mean.
And I give up. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Downstairs now.
Sure. Okay. You march him down the stairs,
And I'm on the way upstairs.
and you're down
I'm there, yeah.
I'm just gonna flash the guy that I'm talking to about selling this.
You're gonna flash
You're going to flash him.
like a really broad smile and be like, "I told you."
And you find Arthurian faces difficult to read, but this one is very clearly like, okay, yeah, there's no alternative here. So you come downstairs. Dreep is there, and you guide him into the warehouse through the kind of. There's like a turnstile thing, which is clearly to like.
Look at my screen.
Right. Do I need to roll something to sort of?
No.
No.
I know what it is.
It looks like what it looks like. You know.
Even
I know it didn't take you long to get from there to
Here, so they're going to be here any moment.
And as you look at it, you hear.
And
outside
the box. What's the box doing?
You feel a dark presence nearby,
You haven't felt since.
and the box on your back is doing something strange. It seems to be vibrate like there's a like it's not a real.
Pulsing.
It's like a feeling that you have that no one else would have. It's like pulsating.
Okay, so I'm going to run into the warehouse. I'm going to move Dreep along because I can feel this. I'm going to swing the bag over and I'm going to open the box.
You're going to open the box.
Is that the thing that we're being paid to not look at?
Yes.
I'm going to open
What are
the
you
box.
doing?
Okay.
Something's coming. And I just open the box.
Okay. You open the box. I assume you're just going to like break the.
Kind of just, yeah.
Jam the lock. Okay. Okay, runs in the room. The Ithorian is there's an Ithorian standing there looking really confused. There's a load of drugs on the floor.
Yeah.
Is the Ithorian the one I was talking to you about selling
Yes.
the drugs?
Yeah. And you run in and you stick the thing on the floor and you tear it open. And inside there is a 12-sided device.
I would know what this is, wouldn't I?
Filigreed with designs and patterns. This looks like a holocron. But not one that you've ever seen before or heard descriptions of. Normally the ones you've heard about are either cubic
Or
pyramid or tetrahedral. And generally the cuboid ones are Jedi or light side ones, and the pyramid or tetrahedral ones are Sith ones. This is unlike one you've been told about before. It's a 12-sided holocron.
And now that I've got it directly in my hand.
You feel the force. But you feel a calm sense of balance.
Mm-hmm. I put it back in the bag.
Just on its own in the bag.
On its own in the bag.
Not in the box.
I assume I kind of fiddle it, but obviously I've broken the box.
Well,
but
no, you've jammed the lock.
Yeah.
It's still got a clasp.
closed.
Yeah.
So, and I throw it to Caven and I go, she's here for that. And turn around and prepare.
Okay.
I'm just going to look at the guy I was talking to and go, do you want to grab a seat? We'll be done in a minute.
I'm going to step outside.
Is that a big box of spice?
Help yourself. He's like, there's some serious shit going on here.
Give us your comm details. We'll be in touch about moving some merchandise.
Okay.
Everyone likes credits,
He
right?
throws his card at you, and as fast as an
Back
Arthurian
door,
can,
mate. Back door.
kind of runs out the back door.
Back door.
What
Yeah.
about the geezer that came down, or the plate?
He's
woman?
kind of there, like,
Do you work for the Black Sun?
yeah. Oh, dark side point. No, they don't do that in this. I'm gonna no. Yeah, okay. You cap him.
Black Sun will murder us if they know who we are.
I mean, Zhangwei hasn't even noticed. His zero focus is on.
Okay, so
Shut the back door.
there's a, and then in the distance by the front door you hear a.
I'm assuming. Do we know what that noise is?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
If you don't, I definitely
No,
do.
I know that. I was trying to work out if we would know.
No, that's a good question, actually. That's a good question. No, recently, yes, you would. Because we're post Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker's reinstigated the Jedi as part of the New Republic.
Oh, okay. So we know the Jedi
they're back.
everything. Yeah.
We know they're back.
I probably might have traded in some dodgy weapons as well.
Yeah.
I may send another communication. I may send that image.
Yeah. Oh, to the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. as you're standing there, you're standing there with your sword. You're all kind of
Basically, I'm assuming there's like a close button on the shutter.
Yeah, there's
I'm
like
going to close that and then take cover. I'm going to hide.
behind a box. Okay.
Not the spice.
Not the spice, man. Not the spice.
I, knowing the value of such herbal goods,
Yeah.
shall move the.
You're going to pull it with you.
Pull it with
It's
me.
like a. It's not like a briefcase. It's like a large
Crate.
No, it's like a container case.
Yeah.
So it's like you could fold it up and like put it on wheels and drag it away.
I shall move it out of the.
Okay, you kind of pull it away towards the.
I've walked from the front through the door up the stairs. I know how long it's going to take, so I got enough time.
Well, no, the
we're
office
in the
is
back of the
separate. You
warehouse.
come through from the front door to the
That's
warehouse
fine.
like that.
It's quite a distance.
Oh yeah, so you drag it out, and as you're standing there, you can hear these footsteps and like a and then a little and you look down the corridor and you see this figure in a black robe, hood, walk forward, and there is a red lightsaber in hand.
God, I hope I got one of the good vibroblades.
And a Rhodian female steps. She's on the other side of this turnstile, which is kind of their pass. Had to get through. And
Oh, she's like, second.
and she looks around the room, and she just kind of completely disregards the droid. Because I mean, you're just standing there, aren't you? Like, really?
Yeah, I'm
You're hiding.
hidden.
You're moving off to the far corner.
Yeah, I'm pulling this thing
and
away.
you're standing there with a sword. So it's you, is it? You have it.
I have nothing.
Okay. She jumps into the room. She seems to be, from your perspective, she's not some kind of super master or anything. She's not like moves with the skill of some of the Jedi you've seen, but clearly the Force is guiding her movements. And she kind of spins into, a bit of a spin into the room. She's trying to show off a little bit to intimidate you. And she lands on the other side of the turnstile with her lightsaber out. She said, "We can end this simply. If you just give it to me, I'll spare your life."
You'll never spare anyone's life.
When she says that, I'm just going to be like, sure, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Let's roll initiative. Let's have another initiative.
I need the cocky line in there.
Okay, you take a shot. You take a shot. Go for it.
I have no idea what the difficulty of this
Wait,
is.
would it be mid-range? She I assume she's still because if it's a big warehouse, we're on the other side.
No, you're like it's a warehouse, so it's not like. Yeah, it depends on how far you moved away to hide, because you. I suppose you'd be at medium, so it's 2 for you. You guys are at short. Just find the appropriate card.
Is it even worth me rolling an initiative?
Always.
Okay. You've seen what happened with Order 66. You just have to stand around them and shoot lots. Right.
This plays directly into one of my things as well, so I have to deal with this.
It does, and I just need to get to the lightsaber.
Oh, it's going to hurt so bad.
You know how much damage a lightsaber does?
Yeah.
I do have many.
Good, because we might need it.
Just throwing out there, I'm so selling that thing.
You're not selling that thing. It's definitely not being sold.
Okay. Oh,
Definitely
The
is.
actual
Unless you want to dock it from your wages for a long time.
right, sorry. The stat block, not the description.
Oh,
know
as
what
I'm
lightsaber
dragging
is.
this thing along, I may tell you that that I've sorted out the payment for our docking fees.
We got more pressing concerns.
I know how you like, you really.
I have to
really-
admit, I wasn't that
money's-
worried. We have a crate of spice
You know, and then money's the big thing.
that I
For you.
was already trying to sell.
Yeah. Hang on. I just figuring
So
out.
I was just doing
We're
my
doing initiative now.
I was just doing.
We're doing
I just thought I'd do my initiative there, and then
Okay, you get 2 yellow ones for initiative.
yep.
Alright.
So what do we roll for initiative?
That.
It's either vigilance if it's you know about it, or it's cool if it's an ambush.
All right.
No, other way
Other way
around.
round, sorry. Cool if it and vigilance is the
All right. So I know about it. So I have one, and it's on
presence.
Yeah.
So
presents.
You get one
So I
yellow.
get one yellow one.
So
Basically, I just need one of those triumph things.
presence.
No.
2 successes is good.
Two
though.
successes is good. It's not a triumph though, is it?
Not presence.
I suppose triumph doesn't really do anything for
thing.
initiative.
No difficulty.
No, just count.
3 successes.
I only got 2
Oh, you
successes
that's
and 2
your roll, isn't
advantage.
Oh, yeah, no, you can take that. I know what I've got.
I know what I've got.
Well, I know what I roll.
Why am I doing that?
It's initiative.
I suppose actually
But
it's really
do we
important
resolve
to
my
use
hit
defense.
first?
Yes,
If
we'll
you're
do your
fighting
hit
multiple
first.
people.
So yeah, I got 4 successes.
Okay. Cool.
Go Rog.
So how much damage do you do?
Oh, could I have aimed? Oh no, I suppose it was
because
a
it was just a
line and
snapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you get away with that much, Roger.
How much damage do I do?
Yeah, how much damage do you do?
11.
11. Well, there's a bit of soap going on.
Sure there is, but I just shot someone with a lightsaber. But it's fine because I pulled off my one-liner.
Okay.
Dan, finish.
Because that's all he's going to do.
Janway.
Yeah, wait, wait.
Janway. Sort it out.
That was my contribution. Now you're up.
Equip,
Sort it out.
essentially. Although you've probably drawn her attention.
I got
away from him.
sassy.
Okay, cool.
Have you done your
So,
initiative roll?
that, yeah, so what did you get for your initiative
Just
roll?
being a
3 successes. I got 3 successes. Okay, so
Oh,
PCs
I
win.
got 2 advantages as
Okay,
well.
well, I only got 3 successes.
Okay.
So, you guys win. So, PCs go first. So, who's going to go first?
I'm going to put...
You're gonna...
well, I'd rather she was occupied to not jump at me with a lightsaber.
Well, shall I go first? Because isn't it one? Oh, it's alternate, isn't it?
Yeah,
All right. Well, you should go first.
My one was out
Because
of
you'll go,
sequence.
then she'll go, and then the rest of you will go.
Yeah.
And I'll be dead.
And you'll all go... Yeah, and then heal him.
Yeah, I've got 4 emergency med packs before anyone forgets that, alright?
You say that as you run in. I have 4 emergency med packs, if anyone forgets that.
How's that for a one-liner?
Surprised you're going closer.
He's got a sword.
Got a sword.
Four
No,
emergency
but
med
we're
packs
all
worth
at
of
longer
credits.
range. So
Yeah, but you say that, but I kind of have to. One of my things.
Yeah. He's got
One of my things. Almost a little bit of anger is taken.
Well, if you want, we can shoot
It's
her
almost
again.
like I'm playing on your obligation in
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah, it might be just a little bit. So I'm gonna move. Take 2 strain to aim. Gotta be careful, it's being close to my threshold.
And I'm using a dark side.
And I'll just straight out change that back.
Okay, cool.
Can I have another yellow dice, please?
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Ah,
melee.
sorry, I forgot to say she has melee defensive 1.
That hurt.
That did hurt.
That hurt.
Oh, you missed. No, you hit.
No, I don't.
No, you do.
No, because
No,
this.
dude, look. Oh no, because they're all bad.
Yeah, they're all, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you did.
I think you've got some advantage though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to put your defense up next turn.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna have to do. So, no, I don't.
Yeah, you've got advantages.
No.
You lose 2, 3.
I
so you
lose
got
3.
one
I've got
advantage.
one advantage, so I'm just
Alright.
gonna gather a strain back.
Get a straight back. Okay.
Okay.
This is not.
So,
Or you
so
could have given the next friendly person one of them.
No.
self-preservation. So she leaps into the room, and the lightsaber comes out. There's a shot from Kavan, and then you step in, and there's like going on in the room, and everyone's like, ah! It looks really cool. She's going to try and hit you.
He's sort of nothing compared to a good blaster.
I apologise if I kill you at this moment because this is kind of a bit harsh. So sword stuff is
You're automatically 2 difficulty.
2 difficulty.
Yeah.
And then you get
And
an
it's
extra one.
brawn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brawn.
Yeah, brawn with melee conversion.
Yeah.
So,
And you get an extra
Just all
difficulty
of the
for
time.
Kavan.
And then,
not Kavan.
and then
Janway.
I have 1 defense, so
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also going to
Yeah,
do
we'll
the
also
same.
do the same.
I can have another yellow,
Yeah.
and then we'll take a purple off there, so you can do the same. So I'm rolling 3 yellows,
Oh, it's just like watching my
2
dice.
purples, a red, and a green to attack.
She had the exact same.
Watch that red dice.
Here we go.
Come
This is
on,
going to be
despair.
Watch the red dice.
despair. You want to despair. No. Oh, it's not good though.
Oh,
That is not good.
She
that.
missed.
she ends up with a
She
threat.
ends up with a threat.
So this
You're
duel.
sparring. Not too long, as we'll get to. She like slices through a crate as you cartwheel over her blade, and she strains herself. Does she take a point of strain?
Yeah, she would do.
Yes, she takes a point of strain. That's all right. She's got a strain pool, so she can handle that. Similar to your strain.
I was going to say, I'm basically fighting myself right now. Only she's got a better weapon.
Yeah. But it's a dark. Anyway,
Yes.
so you guys, what are you doing? Who's next? The three of you get to go now.
All right, I'm going to use my manoeuvre to move up.
Now, are you going to go into close combat?
No, don't be daft. I'm going to shoot her at short range.
Short range. Okay. But she's in close combat, so I need to just check that. I think that adds a
Sorry, I'm not fast.
difficulty.
It depends on where I cartwheel to.
Range to count. 205. Here we go. Okay, sorry about this. Right, so short range is 1, but we will have some modifiers around
Probably
shooting into.
black die, I'm guessing.
I
I think it is a set. Didn't we do it before that it was a setback die?
think it is a setback die. I think it is,
I would have thought so.
which means it's not as bad
Environmental.
as difficulty, like longer range.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
kind of makes
It
kind of makes sense.
it counts as cover, doesn't it? Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it counts as almost like cover.
So, and then I use 2 strain to aim.
And I will increase one of your difficulty die.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
There's a lot of Destiny dice being thrown around right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's nothing. Oh dear.
That's a despair.
Oh dear.
That's a despair. That cancels that. The 6. So it says it doesn't get a failure. I succeed with 3 advantage, but there is a despair.
Okay, so you fire.
I
You
think I
hit
might
her,
have done something bad to you at the
and
same time.
No, your gun runs out of ammunition.
Oh,
It cannot be used for the like jams. Like it can't be used for the remainder of the encounter.
So it's 9 damage and a crit because I got enough advantage.
9
to crit her.
damage. That's good.
So now you got to roll.
Basically, you're going to keep her busy while everyone shoots her.
Yeah.
Right,
What does my crit do?
critical. So we need to roll.
Is it 2d6?
It's a percentile dice,
Yeah.
which,
Someone
as I've said before, is the
D100
one thing I don't. In the dice bag. Right, let me just get to the before you roll. Let me just get to the critical hits. 2, 4, 3.
Lawrence would have known that.
Lawrence would have it open.
Oh.
Critical hits. Here we go. Oh, thank you. No, that's Starship critical hits.
You're a Starship critical.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't think it's on mine with our cheat sheets either.
Oh, hang on. It might be on mine.
Oh, it might be on your board actually.
It is. It is. Character critical injury hit results.
Roll your dice.
I did. 54.
Okay. You do a fearsome wound. The target increases the difficulty of all presence and willpower checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
Less useful.
So you hurt them so bad that they're scared. effectively. You put fear into them by how much you wound them.
Your stupid blade's no match for a good blaster.
Okay. Who's next? Dreep or Sparks?
I'm going to try and shoot her as well.
Okay.
Go for the face.
What range am I at the moment?
You're at medium range.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's 2 difficulty.
You could move up to make
How
it
do
one.
I shoot?
So you could
How
move.
does it happen? How does
so
it
you
work?
could move up and have one
My
difficulty.
blaster's medium range anyway.
Yeah, but
That's
if you
your
move
ma-
closer,
that's like
it
your-
becomes
Oh,
easy.
that's... I see.
If you move closer,
Oh,
it's
I'll move
easier to
then.
shoot
I'll
them.
move, yeah.
So you still get one of these.
Why?
Because she's in close combat.
What's your agility? Take a strain away.
My agility is 3.
And do you have blasters? I think you do, don't you? The skill.
Do you have blast?
Ranged light?
Ranged light.
Yes, I've got
So
range
swap a
light.
green to a yellow.
Now, you could take 2 strain to have another manoeuvre, which would be to aim, which gives you
A booster.
a boost
No, I
die.
will, because I haven't used any strain yet.
Yep, so boost die. So take 2 strain.
Thank you.
Cool. So you step up and you're like,
You could use... Oh, never mind. So you could use a thing. Oh.
Oh. an advantage.
Okay.
You can just give that to be you on the next roll.
So you could give that
The
to...
next allied active
so
characters
Dreep.
check.
Shoot.
Dreep.
Am I aware that Caven's blaster has just run out of ammo? Would it make a clicky out of ammo sound?
Probably not, because the clicking when you do that is the hammer in the weapon on the gun.
Yeah.
I'm not moving forwards because that's just stupid.
So you would have an extra. Oh, you've already done two. Yeah.
Personally, I'm getting cocky.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually, that's.
hello.
Oh my.
The inept botanist suddenly turns out to be a sniper.
He's been watching me.
Lesson 1.
I told you, lesson 1.
Yeah,
Point and shoot.
There's only one lesson.
Yeah.
Stick
So
him with
2
the shitty
hits
end.
and 3 crits.
3 advantage.
3 advantage. And blaster is how many do I need for crit?
You need a 4.
Right, that's my holdout.
Yeah. What type have you got? A heavy blaster.
I've got a blaster. So it's whichever
heavy
damage
yeah, heavy
six
blaster.
and a
Yeah.
crit
Yeah,
rating
no.
of 3.
Crit will make it free, so you could
So
use those.
I
use
could
those
use
for a
those
critical.
3 to do a crit.
Yes,
And
you
it's 6 damage plus
Or
your 2
It's
successes.
7 damage plus 2.
Or I can use them to or you can have them.
No,
No. I would crit.
do the crit.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do the crit because if you roll well, you could like really.
Okay, so it's the.
Well, I think you can do stuff like make them drop their gun and that sort of stuff.
Hang on. How much damage did you do? 7 plus how many successes? 2. So 9 damage.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 8.
No, 'cause
Blaster
the-
pistols are 6 damage.
Oh, has he only got a blaster pistol? I thought
blaster
he's got a heavy
pistol.
blaster pistol.
Do you have a heavy or a blaster
He
pistol?
picked one up from a previous guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a heavy
that's
blaster.
7 then.
So with the soak, I'm
Oh
just
no,
trying to.
it can't be heavy because I've got light blaster. I've got
heavy-
No.
that
It's
counts.
Oh,
it's
it
still
counts, fine.
it's still
Basically,
a
it's a
light
pistol, not a rifle.
Yeah, but it's just
do I want high or low?
You want high?
you want high.
Okay, what do I get? 13.
13. A sudden jolt. The target drops whatever is in hand.
Hey, I don't want high. I want 13.
Yeah.
13 was exactly
So,
what was
You're
required.
like pulling the things. You can hear all this going on.
That's unlucky for some, isn't it?
It
13.
is. You look around the corner and you go, shoot, and they're like, and a lightsaber goes across the floor.
The look on her face.
Okay. You know what you gotta do. Okay, so we're running a little bit later than usual. Sorry, guys. Okay, so who's going to go first for the player characters?
Can I aim twice?
No.
Oh, you're not.
You could, but your action would be
My
grabbing
action
it.
would be pulling
Yeah,
it
but
in.
let's face it, she then wouldn't have a lightsaber.
Unless
She'd
she
then
then
punch
used
you in
the
the
force.
nuts.
Yeah, she'd just go.
She wouldn't actually. She'd have to come and hit you.
Just, you've got a sword, hit her!
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I will aim. And is there
She's
anything
got
actually?
melee defense of 1.
She won't because she's dropped her saber. Is that, or does she have flat?
She has melee defense
Oh,
of 1.
okay.
And that means there's 3 difficulty.
I'm going to have to insist.
She's mine comes from one.
At least when she blocks you with her braziers, it's not going to chop her arms off.
Is there
Depends
anything
how
that
sharp his
stops
sword
me
is.
from aiming twice?
Can you aim twice?
I think
The
you can,
rules.
I think you can.
Because it's you can do 2
Yeah.
for an extra manoeuvre. So
Go for it. She's dropped her sword. You know, her lightsaber.
Why would you aim twice?
Because he gets 2 boost die.
2 boost die.
dice.
Yeah, but in reality,
No, like you're like really like focusing.
oh, I
and
see.
zoning in
It's
and,
like just taking an extra bit of time
Can I
to.
have one of those? Actually, just give me 2 of those yellows. Just give me 2 of those yellows. I'm going to use a destiny point.
Oh, hang on. You're not the only one. Oh, we'll just stay where we are. There we are. Oh, hang on. No. I love this about the dice. When you roll it and you go, we've got some successes. Oh, no, it's a failure. So,
Actually, no, I don't miss. No, I don't miss because that's only one.
One's gone.
One's gone, and I lose. So I've got 4 successes and 1 threat. So
take a point of strain.
take a point of strain. I won't be doing any more strain,
You
guys.
passed out.
No, I'm on 10 out of 12. So.
Okay.
But I do, however, cause
The ouchie time.
11 with Pierce 2.
Okay, so she has a soak of 5, and she has 4 wounds remaining. So you, as her lightsaber skittles across the floor, she looks up at you with a moment of fear. Her anger has turned to fear, and you...
Anger leads to hate. And I just go, fear is the power of the dark side.
Cool. And you slice her.
Slicer and dicer.
She drops to the floor.
However, before anybody can react,
Hey, you've had your action, you know.
I force. That's all right. We've come out of like the combat action, and I don't even care if people are watching now. I just force the saber to my hand.
Rude.
And catch the saber in my hand.
How much is a lightsaber worth? Because I'd probably shifted them.
I think it's 10,000.
Lightsabers are
Better believe that's-
extremely rare.
Yeah, you better believe that's coming out of your
And
salary.
you make them, you don't
Yeah,
buy them.
you don't buy them.
So, lightsabers are... Do you want to know how much they're worth?
Yes.
A Force axe, a Vibro axe is worth 750 credits. A lightsaber is worth 10,000 credits. But it has R in brackets, which basically is rare and basically means you don't buy them in a shop.
No, you have to.
You steal them off
So
the
it's
desk.
And if someone sells you a lightsaber, they're probably going to try and kill you, or they're going to try and kill.
So 10,000 credits is what they'd go for, basically on the black market.
Yes.
I'm definitely getting the buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the same people that buy all of these
That was a
drugs
cool
off of
buy.
us might like a lightsaber.
That's,
No.
that's coming out of your salary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You want me to keep protecting you?
Yeah.
And as you clasp the lightsaber in your hand, you can feel the dark power of the kyber crystal inside, and the holocron shifts slightly.
He's currently got the holocron.
But you can feel it. There's a noise in the bag that you're holding as you clasp the lightsaber. And we will end the episode there.
So coming out of his wages.
Cool, okay. Well, it's coming out of your wages. Right. Well, thank you very much, guys. And thank you for joining us on episode 5 of Star Wars Fractured Empire. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Please don't forget to go and check out all our social media. Links are below. All of our friends of the channel, Thornless Rose, Old World Podcast, and...
New single out next week.
Yeah!
With all due respect.
Yes.
Go and listen to it if you like being angry.
It's got an interesting front cover. We won't describe it live on air, on the video, but...
It's about deplatforming.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and check that out. Also, check out all our other shows. And if you like what you've seen here, please consider supporting us through Patreon. It makes, we're able to get all the stuff and all the games and all the gear and all the equipment and all the dice.
Made the mothership one shot happen. One
One shot happen. Yep. And if you haven't checked out our mothership shows, which we're particularly proud of,
They are brilliant.
please do go and check those out. They're slightly for a more mature and older
They're scary.
audience.
They're
They're
the horror
scary
ones,
and they're horror and they're parental guidance. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time on Fractured Empire. Bye bye.